what we're doing. Alright. We're going to find this one. And we're over here. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. There's a lot of noise. What are we doing? We are going to be doing abacus. And we're going to be looking at this number. This number is 1092. Whew, that's what it is. 1092. So when we're looking, we're going to do 1001. That's what 1 looks like. And then 0. So what number are we doing? We're doing this number right here. Because we're doing this number, we have 92, 90. We do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2. 1, 2. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. We are learning how to read the abacus. And after that, we are going to learn how to do some arithmetic. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different. Hello. Okay, so we're going to do 1,000. This is 1,902. Nope. 1,092. That's what that is. So when we're looking, we have 1. That's the 1. And then we do 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2, 1, 2. That's what that looks like. That's what 2 looks like. 1, 2. So anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is the reckoning bar, this line right here, it is being counted. Because it's being counted, then that's what we're doing. We're counting these beads. So you'll notice that this one, this one, this one, this one, none of these beads are touching the reckoning bar, so these are all zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. So when we're looking, our next number is 9,451. So on the abacus, this is what it looks like. We have 9,451. On the abacus, we're going to color in our 9. We have our 4, 5, and 1. Every time the beads are touching this reckoning bar, it is counted. The top bead is always 5, no matter what. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also 5, so we have 5. And then we have 1. 5 looks different than 1. 5 is the top bead. 1 is the bottom bead. All the bottom beads has a value of 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Together, this is 4. So when we're looking, we have 1,238. So 1,000 looks like this. 200 looks like that. 38. So we have 1, 2, 3, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is 1,238. Thank you so much for liking my live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And we're going to do this. So 1,000, we're going to color it in. 1,238. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have our next number. Our next number is 4,833. 4,833. And then, how do I know? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. So we're going to color in our abacus. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining and liking my live. Thank you so much. So we're continuing to learn how to read the abacus. After we learn how to read the abacus, we will go into doing some basic arithmetic. It's different when we do abacus as opposed to mainstream math. So if you can keep your mind open to something different, not new, something different.
Open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Thank you so much for keeping your mind open. So for those of you that want to know, this is 6,494. So on my abacus, I do 6,494. Well, how did I get that? Well, the top bead is always 5, and the bottom beads are always 1. 1, 1. These are all ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So when we put them together, it's like decomposing. So we can decompose that this is 9. How do I get that? 5 plus 4 is 9. So we have 5 plus 1 is 6. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to color in 6, 5, 6. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pool shark. Is that the same thing as baby shark? Baby shark, what? Baby shark, what? Oh, pool shark. Oh, I'm sorry. Pool shark, what? I don't know what you're doing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're reading the abacus. When we're reading the abacus, anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, the number that we're doing is this one right here. We're doing 809. So 800 on the abacus looks like this, 809. And then we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 0 is here. This is 0. 0 is over here. Anytime the beads are not touching the horizontal bar, this is 0. So then we have 9. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hello, Raisin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions about abacus. I am happy to answer any questions about the abacus. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. So we have 9, we have 8, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what we're doing. So what we're doing, how'd you get 8? Oh, here. So, thank you, pool shark. We have 5. The top bead is always 5. Do you see that there's 3 beads here? These are a value of 1. So it's 1, 2, 3. So when I count it, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what that means. So then I get 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How do you add 2 big numbers? This is cool. Oh, I love math. Oh, good. Good, pool shark. Okay, so how do you add big numbers? Let's put a pin in that and we'll get that into a little bit. But right now what we need to do is we need to understand how to read the numbers. How can we skip the oh, that's a good question. The reason why is because I have this thing right here. This is my label. My label is what tells me where my ones place is. Notice I actually have 2 labels, right? One here and one here. If I choose this one over here, then
Pokemon, I choose you!
that would be my ones place. So when I look, I could do my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Thank you, Brandy, and thank you, Ayana. I hope I got that right. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And then we have but the problem is we have no more room for hundreds. However, because this is my ones place, now I have all this to be my decimals. I can have a really small number. So if I did this and I do 0.00001, that would be, oh, there you go. That would be the smallest number on this abacus. So, however, I choose this one to be my Pokemon.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
Because I chose this one over here, now I just shift everything over and I can label my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So that is why I'm over here, because these 2 are my decimal places. Because these 2 are my decimal places, I have 4 digits that I can use because my maze is 4 digits. So when we're looking, I need to do 5,847. So I have 5,847. How did I get that? The top bead is always 5, and the bottom beads are always 1. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. So together, this makes 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7. 5, 6, 7. So when I color it in, I go 5, and then 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you guys for joining. What we're dealing with is, I do have a little bundle if you're looking for an abacus. I do have it with a maze book. Okay, I don't know much about, how do you know the system of the abacus? I'm sorry. Do you know how the system to do math with an abacus came about? It came about in Mesopotamia, and what it was is abacus was just moving pebbles. My brain is not braining. Abacus is fake news. Right. So, Chris, oh, good. Thank you. I just follow. Oh, thank you. Thank you, pure imagination. So for those of you that are interested, I actually do have books available for this one is, it comes with an abacus, and this abacus is made out of plastic. This is a 7-column abacus, and the colors mean nothing. It's just the positioning of the beads. This one specifically is the preview of my maze book that is 4 digits. There is a 3 digit I have in my abacus in my TikTok shop. If you're looking for more books, I do have it available here or in my TikTok shop. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years now. So thank you so much. Yay! Thank you so much for letting me know, Pool Shark. Thank you guys for the likes. So for those of you that are interested, I do have books available here, and my name is Lynette. There is in the TikTok shop, I have it where there's 3 digits. 3 digits is just the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. But right now we are working on 4 digits. 4 digits is the preview of the 4-digit book. So our next number is 7,556. So on our abacus, we're going to do 7,556. How did I get that? So 20 years. Yeah. I know how to count from 1 to 9 very, very well. All right. Sorry. That was a cackle. Okay. So how did I get 7? 5, 6, 7. The top beat is always 5. We have 1 and 2. Here we have 5, we have 5. So this is all 5. And then you notice this is 5 and then this is 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Together it makes 6. When we color it in the abacus, we do 7, 5, 6, 7. We do 5, 5, and then 6. 5, 6. That's the number. And then what is our next number? Well, our next number is 5,326. So we have 5,326. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. We are working with the abacus. It is a counting tool for math. And for those of you that are interested, please keep your mind open to something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Oh, good, Ryzen. I'm so happy. Chris, thank you. I would appreciate it. 2,000 likes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to do 5,000 is 5. The top beat is always 5. This is my 5. And then we do 3. 1, 2, 3. We do 2, 1, 2. And then we do 6. 5, 6. And then I'm going to color it in. So our next number is 5,365. So I could really use this at work. It'll take 30. Oh, okay. You can DM me and we could talk about it. So we have 5,000. So we have 5,365. And so on our abacus, how do I know? We have 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 6, and then 5. That's what that is. So if you notice, every column is a place value. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. I'm back. Hey, Asian, welcome back. So we have 5 over here. We're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. We do 6, 5, 6, and then we do 5. There you go. So what we did is we're taking this number and we're coloring it into here because I like to color and I hope you do too. So the first thing we're going to do is understand how to do 553. 553 looks like that. The top beat is always 5. The top beat will always be 5 no matter what. So this is 550 and then 3. The bottom beads are a value of 1. It's the value, not the number, not the label. These are value. So if I have 3, 1, 2, 3, that's what I'm going to do. So I do 5, 5, and then 3. Now what's next? I wish you could be my teacher. Oh, thank you, Pool Shark. You like it when I poke fun at you? I'm sorry. It was just funny. I just thought it was funny. And then, yeah. All right. So I'm happy you have a good sense of humor. And I'm happy you're not a troll. Mason! Welcome back, Mason. So we have 1,703. So we have 1,703. 1, 2, 3. And so when we're looking, we do 1, 7, 5, 6, 7, 0, and then 1, 2, 3. So we're going to color it in on our abacus. We do 1,700, 5, 6, 7, 0, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. That's it. That's it. No, there's wait, there's more. What? Oh, I'm new here. That's cool. Thank you so much. Fully developed. So thank you so much. What we're going to do, it's going to be your turn. Are we ready? It is going to be your turn. You're going to have to let me know what this number is. And for those of you that have just come in, if you stick around a little bit and just kind of wait around, you're going to see how easy it is to read this abacus. And I'm going to show you. I will show you. I will show you the way. So the first thing we're going to do, yes, hello. Oh, yes. Hello, Ashley. You got my, thank you. So I'm going to color in the numbers. We have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. We have our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. What number do you think this is? What number? The colors make it easier to understand. Yes. Hi, Kayla. Welcome back. Well, hi. Yes, it is 3,732. Well done, Jessica. The colors, yes, the color, but the colors mean nothing because this is a 7-column abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is a 13-column abacus. It's 13 columns because the size matters. For those adults in the room. So what we're doing is understanding that the 13-column abacus, it works exactly the same. It just happens to be the same color. And if I line them up, we're going to do exactly the same. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 5. This is 5. The only thing that we have to worry about is the placement of the beads. Because the placement of the beads, oh, I know. Thank you so much. 4,000 likes. That's awesome. Thank you, T-Bird. This is my second lesson. Let's wake it up. Size matters. Okay. So we're going to talk 5 and then 5. We have 6. This is 6. And then 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So the colors don't mean nothing. It's just easier to see when we are here. Thank you so much for sharing my live. Abacus size is, yes, it is. You're absolutely right, Mason. Abacus size, that is. Yes, you're absolutely right. So our number is going to be 3,732. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about abacus sizes. I can't stop sharing. Mackenzie, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what is our next number? I'm going to color it in. We have our thousands, we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and we have our ones. So we have our, I'm going to clear my abacus, and now it's zeroed out. I'm going to put in my number. We have our thousands, our hundreds, tens, and our ones. Whoa, thank you, Westy. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, this isn't. It isn't? Okay. Thank you, Stacy. Hey, Live with Laughter. Welcome. Yes, thank you, Murph and Alex. And hey, Maylin, welcome back. There you go. So we have 9,695. Almost. Good job, Lisa. Okay, so we have 9,000. There we go. So we have this next number. How? Oh, it's going really well. I'm at 5,000 likes, and I've only been on for less than 20 minutes. This is crazy. Oh, Pool Shark, you're so quick. No, that's not right. Wait a second. You tricked me, Pool Shark. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What are we doing? Yes, it is 9, 3. Whoa. 9, 3. Back tick marks always. I'm sorry. The black tick marks always represents the thousand. Yes, you're absolutely right, Mason. Yes, you're absolutely right. So this is the tick mark that we're talking about, right? This is my label. This is my ones. This is my thousands. So when we have it, this is my thousands and this is my ones. Well done. Yes, yes. So glad to see you again. My abacus is making math fun. Oh, good, Phoebe. Good. I'm so happy. Thank you for checking in. For those of you that are interested, go ahead and please check in to the orange heart me that's on my head. Did I position it right? So click my head right there. All right. So the next number is 9,332. 9,325. So our next number is over here. And thank you. What are we doing? We're going to do our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and oh, that's not it. That's wrong. Okay. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. How are we doing? Ah, help. I need help. Oh, wait. How do you can tell the numbers? So the top, yes, Blade, you're right. The top bead will always be a value of 5. I totally get it. Right, Stacy? It's super simple. So when we're looking, we have to remember that every place value, every column is a place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Thank you so much. Marky, yes. I was late. No problem. I have a doctor's note. So we have 5,000 actually. It's actually 5,000 because this is 1,000. This is the ones, this is the tens, hundreds, and thousands. So you're almost right, Alex. We do 4 800 and then 20. 2 and a 0. Oh, yeah, you got it. There you are. There you are. Good job. Okay, hello, Edit Corporation. So what is our next number? We do 5,000. We got to go 5,000. Where's my 5,000? 5,000. Oh, there it is. 420. That's what that number is, 5,420. And then we go over here. So our next number, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the tiny. Thank you so much for the tiny. All right, good. Mickey. Yes. So we have our thousands. We have our hundreds, tens, and ones. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. When we understand this, we are going to start going into some adding and subtracting. It is actually 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. Oh, thank you. Not a problem, Rook. Not a problem. So yes, thank you. You guys were doing very well. So we have 8,145. Somebody said, oh, so this is what 9 looks like, Pool Shark. When we do 9, it's all the beads. So when we do it, 9. All of these are 9. Yeah? And when we're zeroing it out, we do that number. What is our next number? We have our thousands, our hundreds, our ones, and our tens. Our tens and our ones. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, thank you for the donut, Chris. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. Oh, Vivi, thank you. This is so satisfying. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses, Rook. Okay, yes, it is 6,511. Well done, Miki. I hope I'm saying it right. Yay! Let's go. Thank you, Blade. Yes, it is 6,511. Yup. Oh, I gotta get that. Yup. For the Sesame Street. I don't know if you guys are too young for that, but there was this one where they had aliens, and all they said was yup. And then when the telephone would ring, the telephone would be like, and then they would do that too. They would be singing. Oh, I love that little bit. I gotta get that. I'm gonna get that sound bit. Yep. Okay, so we have our thousands, we have our hundreds, we have our tens, and then we have our ones. How are we doing? What number do we think that is? That's a great episode, right? This is too easy. It is too easy. You know why? Because it's simple to use and easy to understand. Thank you, Pool Shark. Right? How is everyone getting before I get to see it? It's the lag. We're lagging. So we have 5,987. Well done, everybody. Well done. Yeah, I have sound bits that are old, so I know who the old people are. Like this one. Please keep your mind open for something different and something different.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Unless you are a big 80s fan, movies, you'll know where that came from. Just old. Thank you, Gizmodo. Yes, that always freaks me out. If you knew where it came from, it'd be perfectly fine. They are like snorkels. Yes, they are like snorkels. Oh, I got the 9 wrong. Oh, so it is 2,119. Well done, everybody. Yes. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Mela. Thank you. Yes. And then we have this. So what is next number? Yeah, they're like little, that's right. They were like little snorkels. And they look very fuzzy. Like you just want to hug them all the time. But delicate because they had this jaw that came out like that. Okay, so we have our thousands, thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So we have our look, ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. All the top bead is a value of 5. So you notice that the 5 is here, the 5 is here and here, but the 5 is not touching, so we do not need to count that one. So when we're looking, we have 9,000. Thank you, Maylin. Thank you, Merv. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Pool Shark. No, Pool Shark. It is not 7. It is 6. Thank you, IDEC. Yes, thank you guys. So we have 9,166. Well done. That's what it is. So we have 9,166. When we're like, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly, because why? It's unfamiliar. This is just unfamiliar. That's all. When you get used to it, it'll be perfectly fine. But right now we're just doing it, and because it's unfamiliar. So we have our thousands, our thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. How are we doing? How? Yes, unfamiliar. I know why you laughed. Yeah. Here we are, 4 nights in a row. Repetition, repetition is key. Practice, right? Practice looking at it, understanding it. It makes a lot of sense. Is this math? It is fun math. If you did this math in school, then you had a lot of fun. Yes, thank you. It is right. Thank you. It is 6,000. There we go. It is 6,936. How did I get that? Well, if you look, all the top bead, right? Anytime the top bead is touching this reckoning bar, we are counting it. So the top bead is a value of 5. There's a 5 here, and a 5 here. Now when we put it together, we have 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. We have 3 because this top bead is not touching the horizontal bar. It is not touching the reckoning bar. So then we have 1, 2, 3, and now we have 6. 5, because the top bead is touching, we have 5 and 1 is 6. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. I am not going to diabetes. I'm gonna get diabetes. What is 0? 0 is this. That's what 0 is. 0 means that none of the beads are touching the horizontal bar. As long, D-Kook, that you don't eat the Skittles, you'll be perfectly fine. That's correct. Thank you, Alex. So when we're looking, when none of the beads are touching the horizontal bar, the reckoning bar, this is what we call 0. So we have our next number. We have that number. How do you solve problems? We will get to this. We will get to the problems in a little bit. I just want to make sure everybody understands how to read the abacus. And then if we could put a pin in that, Dancing with Harley, we will get into understanding how to do math. Adding and subtracting. So yes, we have our thousands, our 0, right? That's the hundreds. This is the tens, and then this is the ones. Thank you, everybody. Yes, thank you. Gonna walk before you run. Yes, gotta walk before you run. Need to know the basics. Need to understand what? Need to understand how to put your jacket on because it gets a little cold. But then you know how to take your jacket off because it gets a little warm. So we have our 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have our ones, our tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we have 8,088. Well done, everybody. Well done. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Why are you? Ace is not really that much of an ace. Thank you for the garland. All right. So, yeah. What's our next number? There we go. Ace. I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I couldn't figure. I couldn't get something snazzy with ace. Okay, our last number. Whew, what are we doing? Thank you for being kind. I try to be kind until I get like trolls, Vivi. When I get trolls, and I want to be like, I just want to do a comeback, but I don't know what it is. That one just kind of put me in a loop. Anyways, so we have our thousands. We have our thousands. But I'm nice to those people that are really trying, right? Like, people are really trying, and no matter if you guys make a mistake, it's fine because we all make mistakes. But it's the trolls that come by and they start insulting and just commenting that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Thank you, everybody. Yes. So yes, Sushi. We have 8,742. Well done. What do we have? So rook, right? We got to add this. Yeah, we got to add the 5. When we did it, we have remember the 5 is touching the horizontal bar. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So when we look, we have 8,742. There you go. Why am I thinking? I don't know. Oh, you know why? Because we forget the top bead. That's why. Sometimes we forget the top bead is there. So you forget to add the 3, 2, 3. So it's a 3, 2, 3. Yeah, yeah. No, it's good. You're all good. Okay, so we're done. We're done. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to move the beads. When we understand how to move the beads, for those of you that are interested, I do sell this abacus available in my TikTok shop. The beads have an edge. Because there's an edge, what we want to do is we want to be gentle when we look at it, right? So, thank you. Got it, teach. Oh, okay, yeah. So you don't want to be aggressive, right? You want to be gentle. Be gentle with it, and you want to use your left hand to hold the abacus, because if you don't, then it's all going to move, and then your answer is going to be wrong. Because the beads are very easy to move. Because the beads are very easy to move, you want to use your left hand. Even if you're left-handed, use your left hand. Hold the left hand with the pen or a pencil, whatever you're using, and then you just calculate with your right hand, which is fine. You could do that. And we talked about the number, right? We talked about the label here. So we have the label here. This is my ones, or this is my ones. This could be my ones, and notice this is my thousands. So it's the same thing. These are the groupings. If you notice, if I have for my bigger abacus, this is a 13 column abacus, I have my ones, thousands, millions. Notice I can count them, and it's labeled for me. So I don't need to count, right? I don't need to be like thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. I know that my next grouping is over here, and that is billions. My next grouping over here is trillions. So if you wanted to, right, do a bigger number, it's there. I usually use the 13 column abacus when I do division. You can do division, and it also depends on how big the numbers are when you do multiplication. You can also do multiplication on the abacus. Yes, Vivi. Oh, yeah, okay, right. So for those of you that are interested, it works exactly the same. You can use small numbers on the big abacus. It just means that you just have more columns, that's all. So we're going to count on the abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. We have 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 9. So we have 9 here and 9 here. The reason why I use the colorful one, because it's just easier on the eyes, especially when you guys are watching, and it just kind of keeps you a little bit more engaged. So the other thing is what? Oh, when I have it all 5s, these are all 5s. So if you look, this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And don't flick, because if you flick, you're going to get the wrong answer.
And flick. Oh, you flick too hard, damn it!
Don't flick. What you're going to do, yes, none. Yes, none, yeah. You use your index finger and you use your thumb. So when we're moving the beads, we want to move with intention. And you be gentle about it. You don't need to be delicate because it's made out of plastic, but just be gentle. And because if you just keep moving everything, then your beads will start moving. And then it would just be a big mess. So what we're doing is we understand that we want to move with intention. What are we doing now? What we're going to do now is we're going to understand how to move the beads. So thank you everybody for joining. What we just did is we learned how to read the abacus, right? We understand how to read the abacus. If you're looking for mazes and understanding more about abacus, I do have books available in my TikTok shop. I do have books available here. My name is Lynette, and I have been teaching abacus for 20 years. I have 3 boys, and they all know abacus, and I think it's the greatest thing next to sliced bread. What can you do with an abacus? Why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this because it's in the middle of the night, and we love to learn math. I don't know why. But you can do adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division. It is very much possible. For those of you that are kind of interested, like if you guys are old or if you guys are young or what have you, if you enjoy puzzles, you will enjoy, if you enjoy Sudoku, crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, word searches, and so forth, even chess, you will, hey Tammy, you will enjoy the abacus because it is like a puzzle and it is fantastic. Am I a teacher? I am now. Sliced bread is amazing, though. Sliced bread is amazing. If you make your own bread, it's tough to slice it by yourself. I was going to get a slicer, but that was... anyways. So, yes, sliced bread is amazing. Okay, so for those of you that are interested, we do have available... It is like puzzles. Math with the abacus is like a puzzle. And it's really nice because you can visually see your numbers. And that's the cool thing about it. So, what are we doing? We are going to understand how to read this, how to move the beads. Now, this is one of my books that I have. I'm almost done with, anyways. I have a few books available for those of you that are interested. This book was meant for children ages 3 to 5. The way I had it was, you talk about the numbers, you understand about the numbers, and about and I have activities. So you understand what the numbers are, and then what I do is I have how it relates to the abacus. What workbook do I get if I don't know anything? If it's for you, I would recommend a maze book. You could do the 2-digit or a 3-digit. There is also a 4-digit in the other place, but in my shop, I do have this as a bundle. And if you want the 2-digit maze, I pinned it. Yep, there it is. And if you look, it comes with an abacus. So the abacus comes with it, and it is 2 digits. So just to do a little brief overview, like a flip through. So in the beginning of the book, I show you how to read the abacus. So we have the instructions. This is what the picture looks like. This is the number, and then I have a picture of the abacus. So then after that, it just tells you how to read the abacus. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to get you to color, because I enjoy coloring, and I was trying to be like kind of relaxing. So then this is about the 2-digit. So what we're doing, this specific book is a 2-digit abacus. We are only looking at the 10s and the 1s. And then I give you a review, just in case you forgot, what does a 10s and a 1s look like, and how it relates to the abacus. So it's a 1-to-1. So one column is the 10s and one column is the 1s. So then after that, I give you this thing called a mask maze, and that's what I've been using to cover the paths for the answers. And I noticed that the paper is a little thin, so I gave you the option to give you an option to download so you can print it out. Here is the way the maze is. What you need to do is you need to figure out the number, and then you have to find the path. This is already done, but then what I'm doing is I'm showing you how it's being done. So because I have the number, right, this is 52, then you know where the path is. That's why you cover it, because it's easy to see if it's 65 or it's 52. So if you cover it, then it's really, you have to focus on what this number is. And then I think all the way up to maybe 10, 20, 15, I think 15 more mazes, and that's all we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. Then after that, there's this thing what I call a reverse maze. This reverse maze, oh, thank you so much for the summer sun. I just saw that. So for those of you that are interested, this is my reverse maze. What is a reverse maze? The reverse maze is that I give you the path, I give you the number, right? And then you're supposed to color in what it is. So this is 54, you're supposed to color it in. And that's it. So those are the two different mazes that I have here. Sorry. And then if you're interested, I do have the answers in the back. Right? And it's the same thing with the 3-digit. Here's my 3-digit abacus, which I will pin it. There you go. So I'll notice in my 3-digit, what we're doing is we're doing the hundreds, the 10s, and the 1s. And the format is very similar, but now we're doing extra numbers. And if you look, I still have explanation of how to read the abacus. So here's there's the 1-digit, the single digit, it goes from 0 to 9, it goes to double digit again, and then it goes to triple digit. So after the triple digit, again, I give you the mask maze, and then you start with the number. So here's the maze again, and then I give you all the way to letter S. I don't remember. Letter R. No, S. We go all the way to S. So I labeled my mazes with the letters. So you go all the way to the letter S. So from A to S, I don't know how many numbers that is. And then I do the reverse mazes. So and I give you instructions how to do the reverse maze. And then that's what it is. After that, right? And that's it. And again, this is about bead recognition. You get to see what the number is, right? You know what the number is, and then you have to color it in. And I give you the answers in the back. So that would be my recommendation, Claudia, if you're looking for you, or for children that are 6, 7, 8, I guess older than kindergarten, older than preschool. I would start them on the mazes, because I think everybody likes mazes. I hope that made sense. So going back to the preschool one, for those of you that are interested, I have the preschool one. It was meant for children that are 3, 4, and 5. Those that don't know what their numbers are, or very shaky what their numbers are. So the way I have it is I broke it up into different lessons. The first lesson is talking about from 0 to 4. The second lesson is talking about from 5 to 9. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. Oh my goodness, I'm at 11,000 likes. I'm at 11,000 likes. So here we are about understanding, like I have like activities as well. So this is an activity of how to read the numbers. That's it. So how to read the numbers and how it looks in the how it looks in the abacus. And then here I have the counting and the color, and then okay, I'll see you later, Murph. So then we have counting forward. So afterwards, after understanding our numbers, we count forward, we count backwards, and then we count what comes in between, right? So if I give you the number, what comes in between, you just need to see that. And then what comes before and after. And then after that, so this is before and after. I give you the number, what comes before, what comes after. After that, there is the bigger than and less than. And now we're at the real good part. The real good part is understanding how to move the beads. What we're going to start doing is adding and subtracting. Now, if you notice, what we're going to do is adding and subtracting. This adding and subtracting is what we do on the abacus. And it's this one over here. So in abacus world, because abacus world is different than mainstream world. Abacus world, we focus on the added, the second number. Because we focus on the second number, we don't necessarily need to know what our answer is, because the answers will be shown on our abacus. So we don't need to worry about it. What we're going to do is we're going to have 7 on the abacus. We have 5, 6, 7, and we have 1. We want to add the 1. Can we add the 1? Yes, we can. We can add the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we could do it again. Thank you, the new one. Yes, right? And then we could do it again if I have here. So if I have 5 over here, I'm going to add 5 to my abacus. I want to add 2. Notice I'm adding these 2 beads. It doesn't matter which 2 beads. So if I had 6, I'm going to add these 2 beads. It doesn't matter. If I have 7 and I want to add these 2 beads, notice that it's the value of 2, not the number. It's not the label of. It's not the label of each of the item. What it is the item itself is 2. So this is 2. We're going to add 2, and then we do 3. Now, if you notice, 3, 5, and 3, we can subitize. Subitizing means that if I add 5 and add the 3, I can see it, and I see that it is 8. In mainstream world, you can add dots. You could add dots. It's up to you, or you can have tally marks. That's up to you too. But I notice that's not very scalable when you get to the tens. So if I could do 50 plus 30, then I get 80, which is really easy to see. Do you see that? 8 and a 0. So this is why I started off with trying to understand how to read the abacus, because you're going to be able to understand how to read the abacus when you get the answer. So we could do it again, but if you notice, you could do it with dots. That's a whole lot of dots, and that's a whole lot of counting. But what we're going to do is we're going to stick with our abacus. Let's go one more step higher. Let's do 500 plus 300, and my final answer is 800. 800. Yeah, that's pretty big. That's a whole lot of dots and a whole lot of tally marks. We could do it again with the 4. So when you notice with the 4, we're going to go to the horizontal bar. When we count, it goes to the horizontal bar. So we have 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. That's what we do, is when the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. So now we know how to add. Adding means going to the horizontal bar. Subtracting means we take it away. It's not a separate strategy. We just need to take it away. So what we're doing is we add 9, and I want to take away 2. All I have to do is take away these 2 beads. That's it. That's what 2 is. So we did 2, and then we go on to 3. If I have 4 in the abacus, I want to take away 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Does that make sense? So what we're understanding is what? How to move the beads. And what we're looking at is paying attention to our abacus, whether or not we have enough beads to add or subtract, right? So we have 9. We have 9 on the abacus. We take away the 4, we add the 4. So my final answer is 9, which is very different than mainstream math. Like in mainstream math, we don't need to there's always different strategies when you subtract, which is crazy. I don't know why. So here is the 5. I add 3, and then I add 5. My final answer is 8. And then, thank you so much for liking the live, everybody. So we have 6. 6 is these 2 beads. So if I have 1 on the abacus, I'm going to add 6. That's what 6 looks like. Add the 6, take away the 6, add the 6. So we take away the 6, and we add the 6. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, hello, Audrey, you're making your rounds. So we have 7. If I have 2 on the abacus, I'm going to add 7. 5, 6, 7. I bring it together like that. And I take it apart, and I bring it together. And there we are. Thank you, Billy. We love the abacus. Thank you, Billy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And I hope it will work well for you guys. I really hope it works well for you guys. Because I do believe that it makes it interesting to see our numbers when we have it. So we have 8. What do we have? We have 5. So again, when we subtract the 5, we have 6 on the abacus. We have 6 on the abacus. We want to take away 5. We take away the 5. So my final answer is 6. I'm sorry. My final answer is 1. When we're looking, right, we want to be able to understand what the answers are. And then it's again with the 6. We could do 7. We have 5 plus 4, take away 7 is 2. How are we doing? Does that make sense? So guess what? Are we done? We're not done because there's a lot more to it. We didn't learn mainstream math in a day, so we're going to go on to carrying it on. We're going to carry on. Hello. In what real world do we use abacus? I'm actually curious. In what real world? In the real world? Usually it is comparable to those that uses blocks, right? So it's not very common right now, but that's what I'm trying to change. That's why I'm trying to teach the matrix how to use the abacus, if that makes sense. So if you look at the blocks, I don't know how old you are, but when the kids were young, I'm too old to know this, but my kids, when they were young, they had these blocks, and so they did sticks, and they did bricks and squares and blocks and stuff. So if they're using blocks and math manipulatives, then you can also use that with you can also use the abacus with that. Does that make sense? So when you're looking, when you use the blocks, it's very comparable to this, but the difference is this is a one-to-one. These one-to-one blocks is a one-to-one thing. However, on the abacus, we have a representation. So if I did 1, 2, I don't even know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 right here. All I got to do is 9. So this is 9. And then this is 10. So then I have 19. Notice that there's a lot of similarities. I feel like abacus is great. Yes, I do, regardless of people think. Yes, it helps younger people. Yes, it helps, and then it also helps. It's more visual. It is very visual, and it's easier to see because even like when you do this, right? Like, how do you know that this is 9? You would have to group it nicely. If you did this, if I did that and group it nicely, then you could see it. Abacus, I know that's 9, right? So, and thank you. It's a valid question. It's a very valid question. And for those of you that are interested, I do have funny. I do have a lot of, like, my range of people that are interested in the abacus varies from like children all the way to like old. I think my oldest person is maybe 80. And it's interesting because it keeps your mind active. And that's what I've noticed too. Like some people that are going through and they're going through the abacus, they're noticing that they're bringing back some brain gymnastics and they're starting to think a little bit quicker. So when we're looking at it, it also brings like mental brain stimulation. So I call it brain gymnastics, and it's really quite amazing. And I'm really quite happy that I'm able to provide this to you. I'm able to show you a different way of seeing math. And it's really quite interesting. Really quite interesting. But yes, thank you so much for the question. Yeah, I do have young kids, so I have to keep it PG. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so what's next? Well, what is Mad Tab? Oh, thank you, Audrey. If you guys can, 14. It would be hard to have thousands of, exactly. It would be very difficult to have thousands of blocks. And I'm like, that's a lot. Abacus is like a toy. It is like a fidget spinner. It is like a fidget thing. And that was the other thing. My friend, he's a second grade teacher, and he was mentioning, he has a few kids that have ADHD. On top of ADHD, they don't have organizational skills. So what happens is if you give a block of this and then they go like wandering off and they come back, they've already lost their place. But on the abacus, it becomes very structured. It's organized already for you and everything is in its place. So I think there's a lot of benefits to it. It's not everything. I'm not saying it's everything. What I'm saying that it's a good foundation. So what we're doing is we're understanding a foundation, how to do basic arithmetic, adding, subtracting, multiplication, and division on the abacus. That is what we're doing. I'm not telling you that this is going to solve calculus or trigonometry or geometry. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I'm going to provide a strong foundation, understanding how we move our numbers. We do a lot of memorizing what our doubles are. So one of the things that I don't know if they still teach it in school. I'm sure some teachers do teach that they have to memorize certain things, right? So is the abacus similar? Yes, that is the abacus. Yes, that is the abacus emoji. That is the abacus emoji. There's also another one on the other one. How do Koreans Artemis, if that's very derogatory, please leave my room. So if you do this on your phone, you'll see that there's an abacus. And if you can read it, let me know what number you think this is. What number do you think that is? Can you read it? Now you can read it. Who knows what number this is? This is the year that I believe this is the year that abacus was made. What do you got? That Apple made the emoji. Kev Ball, get out of my room. Yeah, see, 1976. Well done. Well done. Right? Funny. Do you have a mod? I don't have mods. I blocked them. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. 1902. Yeah, if you can see it. It's tough to see. I don't know if I could show you. There you go. There you go. Funny. So now you guys can now read the abacus. All right. So we're going to continue on. Here is my other book. This book is all about how to make a 5. What are we doing? We're going to make a 5. Because we're going to make a 5. Oh, yeah, I can't see that. So we're going to make a 5, right? To make a 5 is, we know that it's 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. I don't have a mod. Maybe later when I become more popular. Can I be one? You want to be one? That's okay. I don't know how that works. I'm sorry. I'm still new to this. Let me see. Add as moderator. There you go. I think I did it. Thank you. Layla? I'm sorry. I can't do 2 things at once. Hello, Tammy. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. How about that? Did that work? I just added you. How did I get into obvious? Lonnie. Okay, good. Thank you, Lonnie. My dad wanted to open a learning center he went overseas, and a mom who has a child that has some sort of autism of the spectrum of some sort was saying that abacus was the greatest thing, and she wanted to have him introduce it to the American people, and so he forced my brother and I to learn abacus, and we're like, what is this abacus? This is crazy. I don't know what this is. I mean, I had the same reaction, and it was interesting because as I started getting into it, I realized that we actually didn't need to memorize the things that we needed to do. So there's an unbelievable amount of memorizing in mainstream math, whereas in abacus, there's actually very little, and the concepts are so simple that it's so interesting that all you need to do is understand how to do the fundamentals, and then it'll become very scalable. Whereas in mainstream, there's always different words for it's very verbose in mainstream math, which is really quite interesting. And so when I'm going down this path of to relate abacus to mainstream math, I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of terminologies that abacus does not use. And so one of them is how to isolate the variable. And that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is understand that we do not need to memorize. What we're going to do is we're not going to memorize our doubles. What we're going to do is understand this concept. This concept is 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Now here, if I... okay. So what are we going to do is we're going to understand what this means. I'm going to put 4 on my abacus. I put 4 on my abacus like that. That's what I did. I put 4 on my abacus. This is the 4. That's what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the 4 here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I have the 4, now what I got to do is I need to add this 4 right here. We're always looking at the second number. This second number is what? The second number is what we're trying to do. The second number dictates whether or not we have enough beads or not. Does that make sense? So I don't have enough beads, but guess what? I have a 5. Why do I want to use this 5? I want to because I want to add to the ones column. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because this is 44. What we're doing, wait, you said your dad wanted to show Americans? Did the abacus invent in Asia? Yeah, in Mesopotamia, and it's really popular in everywhere else in the world. So I've got a bunch of Africans that are following me, African abacus teachers, and they have a full class of students. I have there's a whole abacus competition that like happens in India. There's like probably an abacus school around the corner. Hello, Robert. Hello, Robert. In India, there's like an abacus school around every corner, and it's very popular in Japan and Korea, and I don't know if it's popular in China anymore, but I'm not sure. But it is there, and it's quite prevalent. It's just in America, it's not. It's very foreign. That's amazing. It seems so complicated. It seems complicated, but it's not. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to add the 4. Because we add the 4, we're going to be right here. I have a nickel. This nickel is going to help us, but that's too much. I need to take away 1. So I take away the 1. My final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I could show you again on my abacus. I can add the 5, take away the 1. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that's awesome. My kids used to like Yu-Gi-Oh! They did Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitions. It was quite interesting. So we could do it again with the 3. So on the abacus, we do 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I do it again, I'm going to add the 4. To add the 4, I'm going to give you my 5. That's too much. Why? Because remember, if I give you the 5 and I'm looking for the 4, right, it's a little different. It's a little different. The concept is a little different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compensate. I gave you too much. I need to take away 1. So I take away the 1. My final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. So then we can do it again. 5, take away 1. My answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. Yes, Jana, yes. All the top beads is a value of 5. So this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Well done. Yes, back from Philly for today's lesson. Hey, Dre. Welcome back. Yes, you're right, Jana. This is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If I did ones, it'd be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. These are all 4s. But then when I do 5, right, these are all 5s. And then I do 6. Notice I have 1 plus 5 is 6. And then these are all 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So anytime the 5 touches the bottom, that touches the reckoning bar, that is what's considered counted. So if the 5 is touching the reckoning bar, then that is 5. But then I have the top, I have 1 bead from the bottom comes up, touching the reckoning bar. Now we have 6. So we have 6, and then we have 7. Thank you, Tired. We have 7. I am a math teacher. Interesting. So after that, we have 7. So we have 8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. Those are 8s. And then we have 9. All of these are 9s. It's just easier to see, right? And then if you're like wondering, well, what happens to 10? Well, that's where place values happen. Place values look like that. So we have our 9, And then we have 10. 1 and a 0. And then we have 20, 30, 40. If you're asking if I'm a teacher at school, not at the public school. I do have a tutoring, I do have services, online services, and I do tutoring for math. Yep. And I've been teaching for about 20 years. So I think I know what I'm doing. All right. So thank you guys for checking in. Thank you so much for checking in. If you want to, you can touch the orange heart right there where my head is. All right. So we're going to do it again. Now, here's another way. If you notice, we have number bonds, right? So we have 5 and 4 and 1. This is the number bond. Oh, I see the decimal. Yes, good. You do. That's great. The decimal. So if you notice, there's a label right here. This is my ones label. Because this is my ones label, then these two will be the decimals. Yeah. So when we're looking, we have 5, 4, and 1. When we're looking, right, we want to be able to remember that these are the pairs. This is what we call complements, or you could say complements, or they're just pairs. So here is the question. If I do 4 on the abacus, I do 4 on the abacus, and then I need to add the 4. I have to add the whole number 5. That's what this means. I have to add the whole number 5. So I'm going to use 4, right? But what happens? I have to take away the 5. So if I add the 5, right, I'm adding the 5, that's too much. I have to take away the 4. I'm sorry, I have to take away the 1. So I have to take away the 1 from this loose bead over here. So my final answer is 8. And then our formula is right here. So we know that 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So then our formula becomes 4 is equal to 5 minus 1. That's the formula. 4 is equal to 5 minus 1. See? So we have the 5, take away the 1. That's what that is. And we use this 4 beads. That's what this 4 comes into play. I hope that makes sense. So we could do it again with the 3. So I have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. I got to bring in the 5. There's not enough beads, right? I got to bring in the 5. But I'm only using 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. Guess what happens? 2 beads have to be subtracted. But if I have it here, I don't want to break it apart, right? I can take it away from the loose beads. So I add the 5. That's what I did here. I want to take away the 2. So my final answer is 6. Notice, to make a 5, we want to do 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. It's a 3. Drop the 5, 1 down. So it's actually down. So when we're looking, we have 3 on the abacus. We want to add the 3. It's 5 down, 2 down. That's what it is, 2 down. So when we look, we have our 3 and 2 is equal to 5. Then this one is 3 is equal to 5 minus 2. So if it's 3, right? We have 5, take away 2. 5 down, 2 down. Yes. Yes, I understand. I meant that's touching the bar. Oh, that's touching the bar? Oh, I see. 1. Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, so our final answer is 6. 1 blue bead, 1... Yep, I see that. 1 blue bead, 1 green bead. Yep. So then we do it again with the 1. So if I did 1 on the abacus, I need to add 4. 1, 2, 3. I only have 3. So what happens is I got to bring down this 5. This is what I do, is I have to bring down this 5. I'm going to utilize 4 beads, but I need to take away 1. So I'm going to add the 5 and take away the 1. So my final answer is 5. So when we look, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. When we modify it, right, we have to do some modification. Oh. Modification?
You need modification! Modify!
So we're going to add the 5. Oh, so what do? 4 is equal to 5 minus 1. And then we could do it again. Here's the 2. So if I have 4 on my abacus, and I want to add the 2. Well, what's the 2? The 2 is a 3. We know this, right? The pair of 2 right, is 3. So I have 4 on my abacus, and I add the 2. To add the 2, I get the 5. There's my 5. There's my 5. But that's too much. I need to only use 2. If I only use the 2 bricks, I need to subtract 3 bricks. I need to subtract 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. I'm subtracting it from the loose beads. So we have 6. 5, 6. So when we look at the formula, it's 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So then the real formula is this. 2 is equal to 5 minus 3. Yeah? That makes sense? Great. And then we do one more time. So we have 4 on the abacus, 4 on the abacus. We want to add the 1. We have no more room to add the 1. We got to bring down our 5 bead. But we're only using 1 bead. We have to take away the 4. So we add the 5, take away the 4. So my final answer is 5. And then that's what it is. So how to make a 5 is 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Or, oh, this is a typo. It should have been 1 is equal to 5 minus 4. That's a typo. But it is what it is. Does that make sense? So what did we just do? We understood how to make a 5. That's what it is. And this book is all about making a 5. And this was supposed to be the next book after the preschool book. So the kids are still young, and I use cats in a tree instead. So the idea with the cats in the tree is if I have 3 on the abacus, and I want to add 4, but I don't have enough, I go to the cats in the tree. So I go to the 5 cats in the tree. There's always going to be 5 cats in the tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cats in the tree. So I go to the 5 cats in the tree. And then I only grab 4 cats. 1 cat runs away. So 1 cat runs away. My final answer is 7. I had one of them and I had no idea how it helps, but never used it. Oh, do you still have it now, Angela? Thank you, everybody, for checking in. Oh, sad panda. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow, Bobby. Waking my kid up to watch this. I'm lying. It's for me. It was confusing. It's confusing because it wasn't taught. So I wonder. Yeah. So let's do a little review. When we look at it, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That's it. That's 5. The top 8 will always be 5. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we have 10. That's what 10 is. 10 is a 1 and a 0. It's a number representation. So now what we're doing is we're understanding how the numbers are being represented on our abacus. So we have our 1s, 10s, 100s, 1000s, and 10,000s. I'm not sure, so I just move everything. So here's a question, Angela. Was it horizontal or was it vertical? I've graduated oh my goodness, I have now graduated to my 13 college. I'm working on with my books. Tammy, you're so funny. Congratulations. We should have like a little, what do you call it? The tassel moving over. I even use it. Yeah. It's fine to use your fingers because we have them. So I wonder, your abacus, Angela, is it a horizontal or was it vertical? Okay, so then we can count by tens. So this is 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and a 0. 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 0. And then we have 5, 50, 5, 0. We have 60, 6, 0, 70, 7, 0, 80, 8, 0, and then 90, 9, 0. That's what we have. Oh, yeah. And then we could do 100. 1, 0, 0. All right. So we are done with adding the 5. Do we understand how to add the 5? Anybody have questions about adding the 5? We are going to go on. We're going to go on because we need to understand how to make a 10. That's when it gets fun. It's more fun when we start understanding how to make a 10. Adding a 10 is like carrying on or borrowing. It is up to you. Carrying on, borrowing. I think it was vertical. Okay. So then I wonder if it was a 2 beads on top and 5 beads on the bottom, or was it 1 bead on top? And what about, is there a highest number that the abacus can calculate, or is there no limit? Or is there no limit? There is really no limit. It just depends on how big the number gets, right? Or it just depends on how big your abacus can be. So I have a 7-column abacus. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a 13-column abacus. This is 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? And then I have another one, which is a 23-column abacus. And I can count as many as 23 digits on, I can count as many as 23 digits. There is another one that does 27 columns, but I think it's a little bit overkill. I'm 60. Oh, hey, you're still young. Whenever I was in math, I would use my fingers and I would use less of the calculator just to see. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And so, yeah. So then I wonder, oh, here is a thing. But did it look like this? This is a little different. This is a Chinese abacus. A Chinese abacus is a little bit different, but it works very similar. So when we're looking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we have 5, now we have to trade it in. Yeah, but it's standing up. Was it big? Because these ones are not supposed to stand up. And if it stands up, then it wasn't a regular abacus, I guess you could say. Yeah, if it was standing up. So then I wonder, did you have to like move things over to different columns? Oh, so after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we traded in, right? We got to trade this in 5. We got to use this. Then we do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We trade this in, and when we do that, that will be 10. But then you got to trade this in to make this a 10. So now we have 10 and then ones, 10s and ones. And then now it works like the regular abacus. So, or works like a Japanese abacus. So the Chinese had the abacus before the Japanese. The Japanese came around and said, we're going to make it more efficient. And that's what they did. They made it more efficient because they removed a lot of the redundancies. But also they have a whole different system, which is very interesting because somebody was telling me how they were counting on the abacus, on the Chinese abacus. And I thought that they used formulas, but they don't. They actually use counting up method, which is very interesting. But in abacus, in soroban, we actually do formulas. That's what this comes into play. And this is the concept's a little bit more intermediate. And then we start understanding how to utilize the numbers. So when we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And that's what we did here, 10. I agree. Using your brain is better than using. Oh, thank you. I agree too. Move them how is just moving from left to right or right to left when it's standing. Did you slide the beads from left to right instead of... Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, but she said it was vertical. So if it was like this, then I don't know how they do place values. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Because we don't look at our numbers like that. So that one might have been a Russian abacus. There's a Russian abacus. There is a Dutch abacus. A Dutch abacus is 5 white beads and 5 red beads. There's another one that's called a right start abacus, which is yellow and blue. 5 blue ones, 5 yellow ones. There was a crazy one I found, and I noticed that there is a 9-digit abacus, and I'm like, I can't even wrap my head around that one. So there's a 9-digit abacus. I'm like, that, I don't know. I don't know about that one. And then, what's the other one? And then there's a Kramer abacus. A Kramer abacus is for those people that are having visual problems. They're unable to see, or it's difficult for them to see. So the difference of a Kramer abacus is that it's a little bit stiffer. Because it's stiffer, then they don't lose their answers as easily as a regular abacus. Yeah. The needs... Oh, yeah. Yeah, without the light. Okay, so then you probably got 10 beads. Sorry, I was trying to read it. Yeah, it was probably a 10 bead and it was just going across. So, is the soroban the most common? It is now the most common and it's also the most modern. I don't know any other modern abacus out there. I believe this is the most modern version of the abacus because there is those that was the Chinese one, which was before the Japanese. So I believe the soroban is the most common, but it's also the most modern because we're starting to use concepts, and these are the concepts instead of counting up, because that's what mainstream math does. Is there's a lot of counting up, but in abacus in soroban we do compensation, which is now interesting that mainstream is going into compensation, and we're going to get into that, which is really cool. It was confusing even now when I have no clue what you're saying. I'm sorry, what I'm saying about the numbers. So when you count this, did you know what this number is? Do you know which one is likely in the schools in the 1940s and 50s? I'm thinking it was the Russian one. I'm thinking it was the 10 bead that goes across. One, two, because yeah, I think it was probably that one. There's like 10 beads across, and it's quite common in, I think, was it Melissa and Doug? Melissa and Doug, they did a version. There's an IKEA version. There's also a Target version. I believe that's the one. I believe that's the one that they did in the 1950s and the 40s and the 50s. If you look in China, then the Chinese abacus was very popular. Do people still use these? Yes. If you look in YouTube and you look for woman versus Bill Gates with a calculator, or you see there's a lot of abacus competitions, or you see it's quite prevalent. It is quite prevalent. How many types of are there? 1, 2, 3. Really? 4. There's probably four major ones, because there's the soroban, there's the Chinese one, there's the Russian one, and then there's the Kramer one. Like the Reckon is not really. It's only 2 columns, and it's still the same version of the Russian abacus. So it's kind of the same. You know what I mean? Like, is it really different? And it's the same thing with the right start. The right start is just yellow and blue, but it's still a 10 bead across, and it's still a 1-to-1 concept as opposed to the soroban, because the soroban is just a fast. Is just there's shortcuts to it. So does that make sense? I live in America. I did find it when I was looking around. Yeah. I mean, I have a learning center. My brother has a learning center, and we're down the street, and we're out in Monterey Park. There's a few other abacus centers as well. Hey, Vinters! Haha, welcome back. They're starting to have a lot more abacus centers. It's not as popular as Starbucks, but they're starting to pop up. But there's also others as well. There's like Russian math, and then there's Singapore math, and then there's the Kumon, which is not really teaching you math. It's just telling you to just do worksheets. So it's a little different. It is this place value. Okay, if you know place value, you get it. Okay, so, oh, Angela left. That's all right. How are we doing? It's probably you probably showed and how to do one of these. You probably showed, but how we use one of these. Yes. So let's do a little review. Thank you so much, Lonnie. So here we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s. So when we look, anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, this is what's being counted. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I use this to help, I have 1, 1. There's 2, there's 2. We have 3, we have 3. And there's 4. We have 4. And then we have 5. 5 will always be the top bead, and it's always going to be a hole, right? That's 5. No matter what, this is going to be 5. And then we have 6, right? 5, 6. And then 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. We have 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we are. And then we have 10. That's what 10 looks like. That's not 6 and that's not 7. She should, yeah, it's okay. I get people like that. They're not open to things. They're not open to learning. If you can keep your mind open.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Which is fine. I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for those people that are interested. And I'm very happy that you guys are sticking around to understand. And I do appreciate it. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm not here to try to, persuade anybody. Yeah. Oh, so we're going to keep going. How do we do a 10? How are we going to make a 10? How are we going to make a 10? What we're going to do is understand when we add the 10. Why are we going to add a 10? We're going to add the 10 because we have higher numbers, right? So we have 8 on the abacus. There's my 8. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 on the abacus, right? Let me go put my money down. So I have 8 on the abacus. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 and we have 8. Now, if you look, I want to add another 8. To add another 8, I'm going to give you this 10 cents. Well, guess what? If I give you 10 cents, that's too much. Do you remember what the partner of 8 is? Back in the day, how to make a 10, the partner of 8 is 2. So that means I have to take away 2. Because if I give you 10, I need change back. Take away 2. So I take away 2. So my final answer is 16. 1, 5, 6. 16. So I could do it again on my abacus. I can add the 10 and then take away the 2. Hey, Bethany, welcome. Hold on just a minute and we will do a review. But that's how we do a making of a 10, right? So we could do it again with the 4. When we have 4 in the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 in the abacus. Guess what? There's not enough beats to add the 8. We're focusing on the second number. Hold on, Bethany. I'll be right in. I'm just going to continue my thought for a little bit. So we want to add the 8. Again, what do? I have my nickel. I give you my nickel. What do? I have to take away 2. So 10, 11, 12. I could do it again on my abacus. I can add the 10 and I take away the 2. So my final answer is 12. 1, 2. That's it. Okay, so thank you, Bethany, for letting me know. Right, SpongeBob? I know.
Oh, I can see everything.
It's crazy how simple it is. So, Bethany, for those of you that just joined, thank you for joining. My name is Lynette, and we're going to read the abacus. Oh, I needed to. For those of you that are interested, I do have, there we go. Okay, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, that's what's being counted. If you're interested, I do have this available in my TikTok shop. So we have 4. These are the beads that are touching. None of these beads are touching. These are all zeros. So then this would be 5. The top bead will always be 5. So we have 5, right? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. These are all 5s. But then we do 6, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. We have 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Oh, hey! Literally? You know, I wonder though if the mom uses the Chinese abacus. I'm not sure. Okay, Lonnie, thank you so much. I'll also message you on here. Okay. Have a good night, Lonnie. Thank you so much for your help. So, literally, I wonder if she used a Chinese abacus or if she used a Japanese abacus. My mother-in-law said that she used a Japanese abacus, so I don't know. But I know that in the Chinese banks that are around my neighborhood, they still have this sort of abacus that's out there. Okay, how are we doing? So when we look, we can do it again. Now, here's another way to think it. Chinese, I think. Oh, yeah, 2 on top. Okay. So here's a little run through for your information. We can work at it just like the Chinese abacus and the Japanese abacus. It looks very similar. It works kind of similar. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. Because we have 5, we're going to trade it in. We have to trade the top in. The top will always be 5. So we have 5 up here. We see that we traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trade it in to that. Then we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have to trade it in. This is 5. Trade that in. And then we have to trade it again. Because this is 10, we got to do this. So it's a little redundant. It's a lot of extra steps. So the Japanese came around and they made it more efficient. When the Japanese did it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. You know, literally, I wonder if the mom taught your boyfriend the abacus, which is very interesting if she did, because I don't know too many people taught their kids abacus, but they know it, which is really strange. So apparently my mother-in-law knew the abacus, but she never taught my husband, and my husband doesn't know it. Yeah, right? Sadly, no. And I don't know why. Like, I guess they just assume that the school would teach them, but if they're in America, they won't be taught. I don't know it, which is sad. Yeah, or they don't see that there's a benefit. Like, I see that's a huge benefit to seeing your numbers. And as illiterate as a lot of the kids are with math, I'm surprised that we don't gravitate more towards the abacus as opposed to other math manipulatives. So these are the other math manipulatives that I have at hand, and these are just one-to-ones. Whereas on the abacus, we have concepts. And that's what I'm teaching you here, is I'm teaching you the concept of how to make a 10. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I actually have some of my children's parents. They know the abacus, and they're like kind of my age, but they've never taught their children. And I'm like, why don't you teach your children this? All 3 boys know abacus. I made sure that they knew it. And are they strong? They're pretty strong in their numbers, and they're pretty strong with their number sense. But that's as far as I wanted them to go. I just wanted them to be comfortable with math, and they're not too bad. They're not too bad. Okay, so what are we doing here? Well, if you notice, here's another way of looking at it. Oh, here's another way. So let's do this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And we want to add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now what's the difference? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can move it. Okay, there we go. So what's the difference? Well, we're going to add together. What does mainstream math do? Mainstream math does this. They put it together, and then you got to organize it. But we already know what 8 looks like, right? We already know what 8 looks like. 8 looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? We know that this is 9 because that's what's here. So in Abacus, it's actually more organized, which is really kind of cool. This is what blew me away. So we have 9 on the abacus. If you think of blocks like this, abacus already knows that we're going to make a 10. All we got to do is take these 2 numbers, right? These 2 blocks. We're going to take it away from the 9. So we take it away from the 9 like that. We take it away and we add it to the 8. So now we have 10. Guess what? If it's 10, just do that. Add the 10. And that's it. Can multiplication division concept be taught using abacus? Yes, Kyle. The blocks is what I used in school. Yes. Do you think anyone who diagnosed with dyslexia would learn the abacus? Yes, I do believe so. I have a lot of people that are dyslexic, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, ADHD, ADD, and all that. Yes, I do believe so. I don't rely on this. What I'm doing is I'm trying to show you the concept. So then we have what? 10 over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have it here. We have 5, 6, 7. Crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. So I'm just showing you how how we do it with the abacus, with the blocks, if that makes sense. So I noticed, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was mentioning it's tough to do blocks with kids that have ADHD because it's very disorganized. There's a whole lot of blocks, right? But in Abacus, it's very easy because it's all structured for you. You don't have to worry about organizing it because it's already there. So what I just did was I organized the blocks so it's easier for us to see, as opposed to just giving it together and then recounting. Then we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? So it's very different. As opposed to Abacus, we already know what it is. We already have this information. Why do we have to start from ground zero again? So we could do it again, right? We could do it again with the 7. Let's do 7. So 7 is what? We know the partner of 7 is 3. Why is it 3? Because it is 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. So when we're looking, we want to add the 10, take away the 3. What did we do? So when we're looking, we have 9 on the abacus. There's 9. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? That's 9. So here it is all messed up. That's fine. Right? And then we do 7. We got to add 7. We add the 7. Here's my 7. Guess what? If I line it up nicely, I know to make a 10, I just need to get 3. 1, 2, 3. I just need 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just need 3, right? To get the 3, I get it from here. I get it from my loose beads. 1, 2, 3. So I take the 3, just like that. I take the 3, like that. Now I have 10. I just need to add the 10. And now I'm organized. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I really like that. I really like that. See how it complements each other? But the abacus puts a structure to the numbers. It's not just a bunch of piles of bricks. I think a lot of kids would take the easy way so they don't learn the mental math, which is fine. But you know what? As often as you do this, it will become automatic. And that's when it starts to get that once you understand this, it will become automatic. When it becomes automatic, you can't not stop yourself from memorizing, from knowing mental math, if that makes sense. Can you do that slower? Hello, Wes. So let's review for Wes. Thank you so much. Wow. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what 4 is. Wes, does that make sense how 4 is? Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, that is what 4 is. What we're doing is we're just learning how to count on the abacus. So we have 5 on the abacus. That's what 5 is. So we have 5, and then we add the 1. Now we can decompose. 5 plus 1 is 6. 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then you might be wondering what happened to 10. 10 is 1 and a 0. When we're looking, we have place values. So we have our 1s, our 10s, our 100s, our 1000s, and our 10,000s. Does that make sense? Wes? I don't know if I can say it's hard or easy because I love math and I'm doing class for business. Way more sense. Yeah. So when you add the 3, oh, I see. Yes. Yes. So when I add the 3, why am I going to, I'm not adding the 3. I'm actually, I'm adding the 3 to the 7. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, I'm adding the 3 to the 7 because I have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I have 9 on my, I need to make 10. I need to make my 7 a 10. We in the abacus world focus on the second number. We want to make our second number easier. So we have to add the 3. To add the 3 so we can carry it over, we got to take the 3 from the 9. So we take it from here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The reason why is because we don't just get the 3 from midair. It's got to come from somewhere. It's got to come from the previous number. So if I take away the 9, it will be added to this one. But when we talk about it, if I want to add the 7, I'm adding the 7 here. The formula is add the 7 plus the 10 minus the 3. That's the formula. So when we plus the 10, we take away the 3. So my final answer is 16. This is literally how I do. Yeah. And that's what it's interesting, right, Spiffy? Like, but now you could see it, why it works like this. And I find it fascinating. I'm American, so how do I use this? I just showed you. This is not an ethnic thing. This is just a bunch of numbers. It's just a bunch of beads, really. Right? When we're looking at it, right, it's 1 and then 6. 5, 6. Good, Wes. Right? It makes sense. I'm so stoked. Major 80. Oh, yeah. Would never show my work in math and tests. Yeah. And that's the interesting thing, right? I was mentioning how in ADHD, my friend who's talking about ADHD, and it's difficult to organize your thoughts, but the Abacus helps you organize your thoughts. It's really quite interesting. And so when we're talking about it, it was like, they would have a bunch of beads, right? They would have a bunch of bricks, and then they'd get distracted and they'd come back again and they'd forget where they are. So it's just interesting, like, the tools that are used, they don't, and the classroom management for the bricks is also very difficult if you had like 30 kids in a classroom. All right. Oh, you have to show 100 times. Yeah. What do they represent? Oh, hold on, Solo. So we have our number. This is 1. This is 2. That's 2. This is 3. That's 3. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. That's it. 5. Top beat is always 5. That's 5. We have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 10. 10 is that. 1 and a 0. We have a 1 and a 0. That's how a 10 is. 10 is how we represent, right? We represent 10 that way. So we do 1 and a 0. And then we have what? 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15. That's okay. No, thank you, Solo. Thank you so much for being patient. Right? So when we talk about it, we have our decimals. Our decimals sits between our ones and our tenths. So this is a tenths, and then this is a hundreds. We have our hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Oh, sorry. She has a place ready for each comma. If you, yes. Hey, Taka. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Wes. I wish you were my teacher. You make everything make sense. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I've always wondered how to use it. Works so cool. Okay, 25. Yes, so 25. Yes, Monica, 25. 2. No, it wouldn't be 2 blue beads. 25 would be 2 blue down. No, this would be 55. 5, 5, 55. 25 is 2. 2 and a 5. 1 green, 1 yellow, and a 5. That's what 25 would look like. And then we do this. This would be 75. How do I get 75? 5, 6, 7. And then we have 5. Yeah. No, that's a good question. Thank you, Monica. Thank you so much. That's a good question because it's just different when we see it on the abacus. It's just unfamiliar. So when we're looking, right, we have 100, 175. We have 675. We have 4,675. Cool? Cool. Thank you. That's a very good question. It's good. You know why? It's good because now I know you guys are actively learning as opposed to passively watching. Thank you, Monica. I do appreciate that you're actively learning, right? How do I get... Oh, here we go. So we have 0, 30, 1, 2, 3. That's our 30th. So then 40, 4, and a 0 because our 10s every column, right? This is tens, 40, and then 50, 5, 0, and then 60, 6, 0, 6, 0, and then that's it. Can you go over the place value again? It's just right here. So if you look, there's a dot. This is my label for the ones place. So when I look, I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. That's it. Sitting here trying to count on the abacus for the first time in 33 years. Oh yeah. So you know what? Guess what we're going to do? Let me find it. Is it here? Okay. Got it. Here we go. Here is, you have to let me know what number this is. What number do you think this is? Katie? 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1. That's it. Four, 0, 2. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. 204. My overhead projector never had an abacus. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. 204. Yes. Thank you, everybody. 204. I thought you were guys asking me to do these things. I forgot. So we have our 4-digit number. We have our thousands, our hundreds, tens, and ones. Four is the place values of ones. Yes. So, yes. So when we do it, that's what 4 is, right? 4, 0, that's 0, and then 2. $4.02. That's what you're telling me, Katie? What those teachers could do. I know. You know, that's the funny thing. Like, if they just taught the kids to do this, they would have a lot more room and a lot more time to teach other things, because it's a very basic concept, very simple concept. You just need to teach it to them, like, what, 3 or 4 months of the concepts, and then you just add extra numbers. It's really quite amazing, like, how simple arithmetic can be. So you're doing reverse? No, Katie. So our number you said was 4.02. 4.02. This is just a label to tell me that this is the ones place. This is not a decimal. This is a label for the ones place. Is actually 4 is on the left. Yes, this is the 4. This is where the ones place is, and the decimals are on the right. Yes, this is not a decimal place. This is a label for the ones. Just like this is a label for the thousands, because it is grouped. So what number do we think this is? I wish it could have a 0 instead of a point. But then if it was a 0, then 0 would be what? That's a placeholder. Thank you, SpongeBob. Yes, 55557. Yes, well done. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Long walking trails. Love walking trails. Thank you. Yeah, because the bigger the better. Yeah, I can see that the dot's a little bit difficult to see. Yeah, making this would be bigger would be good too. Yes, okay. So then we do this one. And then we have that. So what number do we think that is? Oh, excuse me. So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Oh, I didn't color that in. Let me color that in. There we go. There we go. I wish I had money to give you. This is amazing. Oh, thank you, Spiffy. No, I appreciate that you're learning. I appreciate that you're learning. And, you know, as long as you can, you know, just tap on the likes, you could do that too. That helps too. Thank you for the follow. Tapping on the likes will help too. I'm just trying to get people to know. I'm just trying to show the matrix what the abacus is. But thank you, Spiffy, for your kind words. Yes, thank you. So Zachary, it is not 7. 1, 8, 7 looks like that. But we're doing is 6. 1, 8, 6. I really wish I could understand. I don't know why there's a point where there should be a big fat 1. If there was 1, I don't know, Katie. So it'd be something like that. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think Katie's a troll. Then we have 5, 6. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. The dot is just a reference point. That's all. I wonder. Vitality 9. Katie Shaw. 61 followers. No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay, right? I don't think Katie's a... I'm just used to being... Oh, I understand. No, yeah. No, there are some people that... No, I understand. So, you could have nothing there, and you can put the decimal here. You could do it. Oh, I apologize. No, you're okay, May. Some people, it's hard to tell because we're all chatting. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to tell. It's very difficult to tell. There was a few people I thought that was okay, but they were really not. So no, I understand. So it is just a reference point. Thank you, Tammy, for the yes. So, so we 6. This is 6, and then we have 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Excuse me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when we're looking, it would be like this one, right? Like our commas. Oh, yeah, here it is. There we go. So if we had our comma, right, we have 5,000, comma, 3, 7. What do you do with the comma? The comma is between our things, but we don't put a comma here. We put it here. We say that this is our thousands. We know that that's what we're going to do. Our thousands is going to be over here. So we have our ones and our thousands. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, literally. So when we're looking, yes, 1,000. Yes, thank you. And then we have this one over here. What do we have? Does that make sense, Katie? I think it was. I'm right. Yes, you're right. You're right. Well done. Well done. So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. There we go. Spiffy. Thank you, Spiffy. Yes. 19162. Thank you. Yes, SpongeBob. Well done. Well done. Yes. Thank you, guys. I don't know if Katie's still around. That's what it is. 9162. And then we're over here. Well done, everybody. So we have our numbers. We have our thousands. We have our hundreds, ones, tens, and ones. Yes. Okay, good. Thank you, Katie. Does that make sense? Yes, thank you. It is 5, 8, 1. That's 1. And 8. Hi, Lady E. Am I a teacher? I am now. I'm one off. Lady E. We have 1. This is 5. This is 1. You have 8, which is good. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 1. And then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you show me 1? 1. That's what 1 looks like. That's what 1 looks like. My brain's hurting. Aww. That's what 1 looks like. Can you move the decimal? No, you can't move the decimal. It's stuck. It's like a little notch. You can move the decimal here. It's not a decimal. You can move the label. This is just a label. It's just a reference to say that this is the ones place. That's it. You can do it here. So it'd be 0. We could do 1 here. Then it'd be 1.00001. You could do that. Yes. Well then, what's the other? This is the thousands. So in math, right, we have our labels and commas. We have commas. I'm just going to use this. There we go. So when you write, thank you, Wes. It's 7 a.m. Oh, good morning. So if I did this, comma, 7, 3, 6. So patient, thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. So we have 5, comma. I know that this is my thousands. We have our 700, 30, 1, 2, 3. This is my ones. This is my thousands. So I have my 6. Dose this class, add to my credits. The top bead is worth 5. It's just a participation. Love walking trails. The top bead is always 5. That's it. The top bead is always 5. Just like this. That's it. Top bead is 5. I didn't expect to learn how to use the abacus today. You're welcome, Jay. You know, funny, somebody mentioned in my bucket list of 2025, learning the abacus was not on my list, but here we are. The blue B should be labeled with 5. You can, but then when you do this, that's not really 5, that's 50. I'll be back. Okay, good, Spiffy. Thank you so much. Do you go further? I go all the way to division, but it all depends on what the class is. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Katie. So if you understand place values, yes. So if you understand place values, you did 510. 510. That's what it is. Oh, I see. If you put the place values of 5 tens, right. That's 5 in the tens column. Yes. I need to practice on multiplication before we do division. Yes, not applesauce. Okay, you got it? Good. Seriously, this is what every single elementary school should be learning. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Thank you, Wes. Oh, thank you, Wes, for the hat and the mustache. I missed it. Nuts. Thank you, Wes, for the rose and the heartbeat. Everybody, if you can, just go ahead and check in. Yeah. And so that's what it is you can visualize your numbers. That's what this is. So we do 5,736. If you can visualize your numbers, you will know whether to add or subtract of what you need to do. I'm going to teach my children. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I appreciate that you're open to something different. It's not new, it's just different. Thank you so much for learning something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
You were open. Thank you, Katie. You were open and you were patient to try to understand. And it's always about the conversations that we have. So in Abacus, we have conversations with our numbers. And from here, we start understanding what we need to do. But thank you, I do appreciate it. But because you were patient enough to understand it, it's really good. This would help me with it would help with the minute math tests. I think it would. Have a good night, Katie, and I hope to see you in my next live. I know it's very late. I get it now. Oh yeah.
Oh, I can see everything.
Yes, Kowalski uses one. However, Kowalski uses the Chinese abacus. If he upchucks, he actually upchucks the Chinese abacus, and it works very similar, but I don't teach the Chinese abacus. I teach the Japanese abacus. And so, okay, okay, see you later, Tammy. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by. And I appreciate the help. It was very helpful. Yeah, I keep forgetting to say reference points, and that was very helpful. Thank you. I'll see you in my next live. Yeah. So Kowalski did the Chinese one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there's 5, you're going to trade it in, and that's 5. Different than the Japanese abacus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. That's what we did. And then we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. We got to trade it in to this. And then we trade it in again for this. That's what it is. Looks very similar. Looks very similar. Yep. Looks. So when we're looking, right, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. There we go. 10. That's a 1 and a 0. And then we have 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 13, 14, 15. But there we are. That's the Chinese abacus. All right. It's just there's a little bit more there's a little bit of redundant steps when you're counting up like that, but it actually works out very well, which is really quite interesting. But I don't want to confuse anybody. It was really quite interesting when I learned it. Somebody came to my live and was telling me how they did Chinese abacus, and they don't do it the way the Japanese do it, which is very interesting. All right. So for those of you that are still around, what number do we think this is? What number? Na 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 na. Oh yeah, I gotta get that one right. I gotta get the aliens from Sesame Street. So we have our hundreds, no thousands, our ones, our tens, and our ones. How are we doing? Thank you, not Maud's applesauce. Thank you for the comparison. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, 9, 6, 2, 2. Well done. Well done, everybody. There's still, whew. It's still going strong. I still have 150 people here. So we have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. How are we doing? Okay, so for those of you that are commenting, are we going to continue on with learning to read the abacus, or do we want to go into adding and subtracting? How are we feeling? Because you guys are commenting, I only know that you guys are in the room. I'm not ready yet. Okay, that's fine. Reading seems easy now. SpongeBob. Reading, please. I'm so confused. Hello, Dawson. Adding and subtracting. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do a few more for. Let's do a few more reading, and then we will go into some adding and subtracting, if that's okay. LMGS. So we have our digits. This is our ones. If you look, this is majority wins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dawson, are you still here? If you're not, we're going to go into adding and subtracting. But if you're here, then that's fine. Good. Thank you for the comment. Thank you so much for the feedback, because people come and go, and I want to make sure you're still here. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the top bead is a value of 5. That's it. The top bead will always be a value of 5, no matter what. So this is 5. This is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then 4 plus 5 is 9. So then you might be wondering what happened to 10. 10, every column is a place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So we can do 10. 1, 0. This is not 10 because these are the value of 5. If this is a value of 5, this is 1 and 1. Oh, I just lost my... Interesting. Oh, excuse me. All right. Is this the Chinese or old school way of adding, subtracting, I'm sorry. Ooh. Is this the Chinese or old school way of adding and subtracting? This is not the Chinese. This is the Japanese. Is it old school? No, it's more modern. And you can do adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Yes, you can. And we'd all do it in our head. Because Abacus just tracks your numbers. That's all that Abacus does. Does that make sense? CS Dev. Front end? Computer science developer front end is what I'm thinking. Right. So how are we doing? Okay, so we talked about, okay, we're here, Dawson, does that make sense? We're going to go to understanding how to add and subtract. Now, the first thing we're going to do is, we did a little bit. We know how to add the 5. Anytime you go to the horizontal bar, we add the 5. Oh, I'm sorry. When you go to the horizontal bar, you're adding. So when I do that, I'm adding 1. I added 5, I add 1. We go to it, to the horizontal bar. When I have 9, I see how it goes to the horizontal bar? I have, it goes up. Now, if I want to subtract, I take it away. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you guys, everybody, for liking the live. So when I want to subtract, I just take it away like that. There's not a second way. Just add the 2, add the 1, take away the 1. Add the 1, take away the 1. That's it. So when I add the 6 or take away the 6, that's all I'm doing. I add the 6, I take away the 6. That's it. So what we did is we learned how to move the beats. We add the 8, take away the 8. Add the 8, take away the 8. That's it. What else? That's about it. Okay, what's next? So then we're going to go into adding and subtracting of the 5. Now, that's one of the things. The reason why I start off with the 5 is because, you know what? I'm going to start off with the 10s. See if that will help. Maybe that will help the understanding. Because we all understand how to make a 10. The first thing we're going to do is understand how to make a 10. The 10 is what? We know that 10 is 1 and a 0. 1, 0. That's what 10 is. So if I have 9, this is 19, right? Because I have 1 and a 0. So what are we going to do? This is a concept that we need to understand. We have to add 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. What does that mean? Well, I need to have 3 as my partner. So if 3 is my partner, I know that if I want to add the 7, I have to do something with this 3. Here is the question. I have 9. Okay, so I have 9. I need to add 7. Now, in mainstream math, what do? You combine them all together, and then you got to figure it out, right? So if I have 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So and what happens in mainstream, you put it all together and you have to start counting it out. But you know what? In Abacus, we already know this. This is where critical thinking happens. Instead of starting over again, what we could do is we can figure out that if I have 7 over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I want to do is I want to make this a 10. Because I want to make this a 10, I'm going to take 3 from here. Where does the 3 come from? The 3 comes from the 9. The 3 comes from the 9. We have our stuff. We don't need to get the 3 from some random area. We get the 3 from the 9. And we just bring it over and we organize it better. So now I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what? Then if I have 10, I know this is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my final answer is 16. When I show you on my abacus, I add the 10 and I take away the 3. So my final answer is 16. Is this like array in data structure? I don't know. CS Dev. That is above my pay grade. I don't know if it's an array of, I don't know what an array of data is. Right? Huh, Kai. Carmen. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy.
Oh, I can see everything.
So in the abacus world, we keep structure. We keep an idea. So we could do it again. Let me show you again. It's like magic. It's magic. Because what happens is we could do it again with the 8. We do it again with the 8. So let's do it again with the 8. Here we are. Let's do 4. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 on my abacus. 4 on my abacus. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, what happens in mainstream? They bring it all together. It's like, okay, now figure it all out. No. We already have it organized. Why do we need to mess it up? So we have 8. I want to make 10 out of 8. What do? I have to take away 2. I have to add 2 to this. Well, where am I going to get the 2 from? I get the 2 from this 4. So I take the 2 from here. That's the 4. And then what do? I could take it from here. Now I could show you my 10. So my final answer is 12.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And we could do it again with the 9. So we had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? Let me do this. This is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So I can see it better, right? So then we know this is 9. So we have 9. Again, what happens? We don't take it from here. We don't take the 2 from here because we're doing 8. We take the 2 from here because these are loose. These are available. These are loose. So we take it away like that. Take it away like that. And then we add the 2. Add the 10. And so my final answer is 17. Yes.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Bro, I'm scared of larger numbers. You're going to love the larger numbers. Let me show you. This is so fantastic. This is so fantastic. Let me show you. Let me show you the way. Here's a bigger number. This is so easy. 1, 3, 5, 7. It's so easy. I'm telling you. Look, add the 2. Can you add the 2? Can you do it? Yes, I can add the 2. 1, 2. What is 4? Do you remember how to add the 4? Were you here for that? I want to add the 4. To add the 4, I need to plus the 5 minus the 1. That's all I got to do. Plus the 5 minus the 1. Can I add the 3? Can I add the 3? Yes, we can. 1, 2, 3. Can I add the 1? Yes, we can. Add the 1. What is my final answer? 3,788. That's it. Easy. I wish I liked math. Oh, Lola. Right? No, the numbers themselves, look at the numbers. You look at the numbers, right? That's it. All you have to do is see the numbers on the column, and it will tell you what you can do.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
We can do it again. Here's another big number, right? We don't need to do friendly number. We don't need to take the whole thing to make friendly. We take it one at a time. So we do 1, 2, 2, 1. What do? We're going to add 2. Can you add 2? Yes. Add the 2. Can you add 0? There's nothing to do, right? You add another 2? No. We're adding a 3. How do you add the 3? Adding the 3 plus the 5. Take away the 2. And then plus the 6. Guess what? Add the 6. 5, 6. Just like that. That's it. So your final answer is 3,257.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
I'm starting to get it. Right, Night Panda? It takes a little time. Don't forget. It takes a little time because it's something unfamiliar. Thank you so much for checking in. Hey, Edric. It takes a little time because why? It's unfamiliar. This is a different way of thinking. It's a little bit more organized. It's a little bit more structured. In Abacus, there's a path. It's not just a bunch of numbers put together. That's why I built out my books. My books are very specific and they're very structured because Abacus makes math very structured. Mainstream says, here's a bunch of numbers, add all these numbers together. But in Abacus, they're very specific. So when you look, I have a lot of stuff. When you look, there's an actual pattern. Abacus actually shows the pattern. This is the pattern. We learned how to make a 5. That's what this is. We learned how to make a 10. That's what this is. Anytime you're using these numbers, that's all you're doing. That's it. And then this is what we call two-step, which is another thing. But once you know how to make a 5 and you make a 10, everything is golden. What is this here? This is all the ones that all we have enough beads for. What does that mean? So if I did 2 on the abacus, if I have 2 on the abacus, do I have enough to add 7? Yes. 5, 6, 7. Add it. So my answer is 9. I could do it again. If I have 2 on the abacus, do I have enough to add the 5? Yes. Add the 5. That's it. If I have this one, do I have enough to add the 5? Yes. Do I have enough to add the 4? Yes. I have enough to add the 4. There's no formulas involved. But you see it on your abacus. It is there. It's there for you. It is there to help you.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
I'm sorry. I've just missed a whole bunch of comments. I'm getting... Yeah. Yes. Because you can see the numbers and you have a conversation. This is fun. It is exactly like a brain game like Sudoku. I'm just not looking on it. Learning through TikTok is crazy. I know, right? For real. I love it. Is there. It is there. And there it is. Make sense? But that's crazy. So that's why I built out my books, right? So I have my books. I have my adding of the 5. I made it. I was thinking I was going to be making it for kids to go through my books, but apparently adults are willing to learn too. So I'm making an adult book for Abacus. And so when we did it, that's what I did here. And what I did is I constructed it so it's a little bit easier and a little bit more more compact, more summarized. So when I did the how to make a 5, right? We want to do 4 plus 4. To do 4 plus 4, I have 4 on my abacus, and then I have 5. You can't see it, but I have 5 boxes here. I use these 4 boxes, and I have to take away the 5. And so that's what I did here. And then I show you that this is the formula. This is the addition sentence. And then this is the formula. The formula is when you add the 4, you need to add the 5 minus the 1. This right here is instructions. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to remember the instructions. It's like a map, right? All I got to do is add the 5, take away the 1. It's a map. It's telling you what to do. Hey, Spiffy, you're still here. Is this Sorbonne? Yes, because I am in Sorbonne course. Yeah, can't wait for the edible. Yes. Did I show you what it looks like? Oh, I'm really quite happy with it. I need my brain picturing an abacus. You can. It takes a while. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do it. I don't want to do it. But it is up to you if you want to do it. So this is what my new book will look like. Yeah, so I have the old abacus, the 13 column abacus, and then this is pictures, and then yeah, it will be available. But yeah. So, okay, how are we doing? I need a picture. Yeah. So the last 2 columns, yes, exactly, Night Panda. The last 2 columns is the decimals. That's what it is. When you're doing it, right? When you're doing it, that's what it is. We have our ones. Our decimal sits here, our tenths, and our hundreds. User 855, you want to pay my bills? I'll leave. But you know what? You're not paying my bills, so you can bugger off. Keep on walking. User 855. When's lunch? Lynette, you're doing something for the fans. This is learning simple art. Yeah. And that's what it is interesting that if you could teach the kids, that'd be great too. But it's also really good for adults too, to keep your mind active. And that was the one thing that I enjoy. It's just, going through the questions, and it's still a little bit it still pertains to life, because we still do math in whatever, right? Like if you need to figure out how much money whatever it is, and then you take away some money for like coupons and stuff. Because I do couponing as well, and so when you coupon, you also need to keep your mind active when you start doing like how to save money and stuff. Or when you do your financial planning, you need to keep your mind active. So okay, the fans get merch soon. When you worked more complex, you use cal. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. When it's more complex math, of course, use the calculator. But if you don't need to, it's always good to be able to do as much as you can. But see, the thing is the for the complex math, it's actually not difficult for the calculator. What it is the concept is difficult. So here's a concept. I don't know if Audrey's still around, but this is a question that she was doing. And this was an algebraic question. And this one was talking about the interest rate. And so the interest rate is the higher concept that I don't teach. I only teach arithmetic. But when she was looking at it, right, she was telling me, oh, I have 6,700 invested. So then this is how much money I have. So then what she did was she subtracted. I was like, I could do that on the abacus. And that's easy. Obviously, right? You could do it on the abacus if you want to do it, or if you want to do it on the calculator, that's fine too. But I'm not here to tell you to only go with abacus. If you want to keep your mind active, do it to the abacus. Then here, what happened is there was multiplication. After multiplication, then there was division, and you can do all of that on the abacus if you choose to, right? But it's a choice. But you know what? That's the thing. It's a choice. It is up to you if you want to do abacus. Now you know. Right? You don't have to just go one way or the other. You have a choice to do other things. Okay, I don't know what that means. Do a meet and greet for us fans? I don't know what that means. I love your class. Thanks for the knowledge. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Love Walking Trails. I appreciate that everybody's open to it, For those people that come in and stick around, I'm very appreciative that everybody is open to it. So when we're looking, right, and that's the thing, like you can do calculator, you can use a calculator, that's fine, but I'm giving you another option, and doing it through mainstream math is just kind of cumbersome. But now you can do it through the abacus. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so we did the 5. Oh, so that was the thing, is like I added the 5, and the way that I made this was all the words are all the questions are very specific. So here you'll notice that the questions is you want to add the 4, you're going to add the 3, you add the 2, and then you add the 1. And then after that you have practice questions, and I do like color by number. You can have mazes. There is word problems. I have more mazes, tic-tac-toe, and then there's a hidden word. But I was trying to get like the kids to practice, but the questions are very specific and very focused. Thank you for liking the live, everybody. Thank you so much. So the questions are very specific, and it's the same thing with the tens. The tens again is very specific. This is where you do the carrying on and you do the grouping and regrouping. And so when you have the grouping and regrouping, right? That's what the 10 is, which is very interesting, because what is grouping and regrouping? In abacus, it's just moving to the other side. It's just going to this side. That's all it is from the 10. So when we add the 10, take away the 10. Yeah, that's cool. Right? So when we're looking, we can do like others. I have what? So we have 6. But again, that's to understand, right? If we have 6, can we add the 3? Yes, we can add the 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right. How are we doing? Anybody have any other questions? But yeah, if it's structured, then learning math is very simple. It shouldn't be as complicated as mainstream math makes it. All right, how are we doing? If not, anybody have any other questions? I am going to head out. I have been on for a little bit. Oh, yeah. How are we doing? Any other questions? I'm ready for lunch. Yeah, I'm ready for a nap. LMGS, thank you. No, thank you. I'm very happy. Oh, you guys wanted to do more adding and subtracting? I don't know what you want to do. I heard it's pizza and tots today. Oh, hey. What's today? Today's Saturday, so pizza and tots. That's cool. All right. So thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys all in my next live. But yeah, come with your questions. Let me know where we're at, and we could do some adding and subtracting, or we could do multiplication and we could do division. But let me know, because I'm not going to remember. Does it have a limit on the number? I'm sorry. Does it have a limit to the number you can get, like the limit of million? No. No, because it depends on how big your abacus is, right? So here is this limit for this abacus is only 10,000. I can only go to 10,000. If I choose this one as my ones, I can only go to 10,000. But if I use this one, which is my 13 column abacus, I choose this one as my ones place, then I have up to 1,000,000,000,000. So when I look, I have my ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. Hey, Jello. Yes, Jello. It's starting to pick up. I'm so happy. There's a lot of people that had some really good questions. It was really quite nice. Yeah, there was a lot of good discussion about abacus and everything. But yeah. And then, oh, I don't know. Here, Jello, let me show you. Did I show you about how to make a 10? That's really cool. Oh, yeah, thank you, Night Panda. Did I show you how to make a 10? I'm really happy you're growing. Yeah, I'm happy too. Hopefully it will make sense with all my stuff. Did I show you this? How to make a 10? I was trying to show my kids and they're like, nah, they already know it. But it's really quite interesting. So we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know, right? You know that add the 5 is plus the 5. This is cool. 9, right? We want to add the 5. What do? We take away the 5 and plus the 10. But then I made it more visual. You have to take away the 9 from you have to take away the 5 from the 9. So that's what I did. So you take away from here. So then you bring it down here to make it a 10. Learning 10 was insane. Yay. Yeah, right? Making this connection on using the blocks is really like crazy. Like it's so crazy on how everything is connected. Did that make sense, Jello? Like how simple is that? I mean, we learned it to memorize, right? But we didn't learn it to understand. And this made it understand. I was like, oh my God, that's what we're doing. Right, Jello? I have to go. Great lie. Oh, thank you, Jello. It made sense. It's more visual, right? Okay, Jello, have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. Right, love walking trails? That's crazy. It's so visual. But I'm so happy I was able to show this to you, where you just take it away from here. Ah, yeah. It's all there connected. Yeah. Hello, Javi.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
It is connected. It is very connected. And it's good to know your one-to-ones, but then, we can graduate and make it a little bit more conceptual. So we have concepts that we can actually understand. Can you do subtraction? Yes. You want to do subtraction? Let me think about it. Because I was trying to do subtraction with the bricks. So we have to bring it all together. Let me get a question. Yeah, I was trying to do it with bricks. The boxes, the whatever they're called. Oh, you know what? I'll do the 5. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Do you have a receipt so I can pay you back? I need a receipt. I need a receipt. I need a receipt to pay you back because I need to be able to put that on my taxes. Yeah.
Oh, but you need the receipt.
I need the receipt. Okay, so we're going to do 8. We'll do 9. We'll do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to take away 4. we have to take away 4. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll see you later, love. Cubes. Yeah, sorting. We have to take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to take away 4. Oh, no, no. You know, I need this. I need this. That's what I need. Okay, Carmen. So here, we got to take away 4. My 4 is sitting inside these bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can't break it apart. So what do? Because I can't break it apart, I have to take away 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I break it apart, right, I have to take away 1. But because I don't want to break it apart, I have to take away the 5, but I'm left with this 1. So then I have to add the 1. And then my final answer is 4. Did that make sense? The problem is what? I didn't want to break this apart. I want to keep it together. So I had to find another way to add the 1. Yeah. So we could do it again. Let's do it again with 7. And then, no, we got to do 17. 17 take away 9. 17 take away 9. The problem is this 9 right here. The 9's in here. 1, 2, we've got to take away 9. So what do? We have to take this away. We take the 9 away. 1, 2, 3, all the way to here, right? We take it away, but this brick, this one box, this one cube needs to be added to here. So I got to add the 1 cube. So my final answer is 5, 8. So we did 17, right? Inside here is my 9. So I have to take away the 9, but then I have to add this 1, right? Because I'm already taking away the 9. So I have to add that 1. So that's why I did this. What about other data structures, algorithms such as arrays, bubble sorts? And sorting. Thank you, Javi. Yes, cubes. I'm not sure what you're asking, CS Dev FE. Okay, Carmen, did that make sense? Subtractions are a little bit more difficult. Yeah, but in order to show you in here, right, I can do it here. If I have 17 take away 9, I know I'm going to minus the 10 plus the 1. That's the chant that I do, right? That's the formula that I need to do. To take away the 9, minus the 10 plus the 1. But that's something that you're going to have to memorize. I have to take away the 9, right? I know I'm going to be left with this 1. Because I'm left with 1, I got to add it back to my group. That's what I'm doing. The way I am thinking is that you are doing bubble sorting or an array. In a way of thinking of my computer science. Yeah, okay. That is above my pay grade, CS. I am not sure. If you can show it to me, I can tell you, but I can't imagine it myself. So, whoops. So, if we continue on, right, here, our next one is 7 minus 10. Minus the 7 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 3. So my question is 11. So I have 11 on my abacus, 1 and 1. I want to take away 7. To take away the 7, what do? Minus the 7 is equal to what? This 7 and the 7 is the same. So we have to substitute this information. Minus the 10 plus the 3. Minus the 10 plus the 3. So my final answer is 4. And then we could do it again. Right? What do we do? We could do... Okay, yeah. So let's do 9. No, that's easy. You know why? Because we have enough. Look. 5, 6, 7, 8. Carmen, did that make sense? 9, take away 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We could do it 18. We could do 18. There. If it's 18 is different, right? 18. Take away the 10 plus the 1. Bubble sort is something you do with programming. Yeah. Yep, I could see that. I don't think I can show you in Abacus. Because Abacus is just adding and subtracting. That is above my pay grade. I apologize. Right? Carmen, does that make sense? So we have 18, right? We have 18. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to take away the 9. To take away the 9, we have to take it from here. Minus the 10 plus the 1. We can do it again with this. Let's do 15. We'll do 15. So 15 on the abacus, 15, right? Minus the 9. Minus the 9 is minus the 10 plus the 1. Yeah, we can do it again with the 12. Let's do 12. So we have, so it's mainly for numbers. If it's smaller, we have enough to take away. Yes, but it's also when we do 5s as well. Here. So here's the other one. Yeah, it's mostly for taking away anything to take away the 10s, but here's the other one, right? Minus the 5. Minus the 5, we have 8, right? So if I have 8, we have to minus the 5 plus the 1. So we minus the 5 plus the 1. So my final answer is 4. And then we could do it again with 16. 16. 1, 6. We don't worry about this. We worry about the 6. Can we take away the 4 from here? No. Minus the 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1. And the final answer is 12. Wait, I thought you said you could multiply and divide. Why'd you say it's 2? Yeah, well, you can multiply and divide. We're not there yet. We can do multiplication and division. This brings me back to my middle, and I tried to teach because that didn't work well. Oh, that's too bad. That teacher was not me. Carmen, does that make sense? Oodles and noodles. We're all very different. Okay, good. Yeah. So when you're subtracting, what the biggest question is do you have enough? Oh, you know what? The biggest question is, do you have enough? And that's where this workflow comes in, right? For subtraction, we're doing subtraction. So the question is always going to be, do you have enough beads? Yes or no? If you don't have enough, then can you use the 5? Yes, you can use the 5. So the question is what? 17. So we have 17 on the abacus. I want to take away 4. To take away the 4, can I take away the 5? Yes. Minus the 5 plus the 1. Right? If we did 13, take away 4. Can we take away 4? No, there's not enough. 1, 2, 3. Can we take away the 5? No, we can't take away the 5. Why? Because there's no 5 to take away. So then we have to do the 10. What is minus 4? Minus 4 is minus the 10 plus the 6. Minus the 10 plus the 6. And so my final answer is 9. Your teaching style has helped me understand more. I've never learned it in school. Oh, yay. I want to understand it. Oh, I see. Oh, I see, sheer artist. I'm very happy. Walks, no, to do. Yeah. Okay, so sheer artist, thank you for letting me know. We're going to count on the abacus. 1, 2. Anytime the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this reckoning bar, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top bead is always 5. We have 6. That's 6. 5, 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. 7. 1 plus 7. 1 plus 2 is 7. 8. 1 plus 3 is 8. And then 9. 1 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then we have 10. 10 is this column over here. 10 is where my place value is. So when we look at place values, every column is a place value. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. That's it. Okay, cool. We're all right? Make sense? How are we doing? But yeah, that's the workflow. The workflow is whether or not you can do it. If you can't do it, I'm going to go sleep. Okay, SpongeBob, I'll see you later. Yeah. What about the 2 beads on the top? Oh. That's a Chinese abacus. Have a good night, SpongeBob. I will see you in my next live. Counts the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I have 5, I can trade it in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trade it in. 10. Oh, guess what? I can trade it in again. This is 10. So I trade for that. Now we have 10. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Easy. So it's the same thing with the Japanese abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. The way you instantly made it. See? Sheer artist? I'm telling you. Your teacher is not me. I am not that teacher. All right. Well, that was fun. All right, how are we doing? Wow, there's still 170 people in this room. How's it going? What's going on? I've been on for like 2.5 hours. We did some subtraction. Oh, wait. Who is, somebody was talking about, oh, SpongeBob left. We were going to do that. All right. How are we doing? We all right? Sheer artist. For those of you that are interested, my name is Lynette. I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years. I have books available. I have abacus books available in my TikTok shop or here. My name is Lynette. I've been teaching for about 20 years. I'm curious about multiplication though. Easy. Let me hold on. So what we just did, well, there's a whole path to it, but we didn't do it. I just kind of jumped around. Let me see if I can find multiplication. All right. Now in abacus, 3rd grade math, 4th grade math, probably, right? I think multiplication's 3rd grade, 4th grade math. So here is my maze, and this maze is about multiplication. So the first thing we're going to do is understand how we multiply in abacus. Abacus does distributive property. Distributive property. I'm scared. Don't be scared, LMGS. Don't be scared. It'll be fun. I will tell you. I'll tell you. I'm excited to watch all your videos now. Oh, thank you so much, your artist. Distributive property is a concept. What is distributive property? It just means we take every digit and we times it. So we do this one, 5 times 3, and then 5 times 1. Easy. But the first thing we need to do on the abacus is figure out where our starting point is. Why? Because we need to know where to put our answer. We know we're going to be counting 3 digits. We know this. Math tells you roughly that your answer is going to be at the hundreds. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be somewhere in the hundreds. There's kind of guessing, but there's an actual, estimation. So don't take it as something like, that's what is crazy about mainstream math, is like there's no critical thinking about your question. There's no critical think, but in Abacus, you critically think where your number is going to be. So we're going to be 300, we're going to be the 100 somewhere, right? So we do 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. Right, LMS? Right, LMG? So 15. Add the 1, add the 5. Next is 5 times 1. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. 5 is a single digit, so we have to we have to rearrange it to make it a 0 and a 5. We need to have a leading 0. To do a leading 0 is a 0, and this becomes 5. So my final answer is 1,505. No, 155. Sorry, 155. So we're going to look at 155, and we are going to, that's it. That's all you're doing. Easy, right? What? I don't know, CS. I'm doing Soroban. What is the Japanese or Asian way for doing math problems? I don't know. I am doing Soroban. So we do it again. This is going to be easy, right? We know this. But just to show you, again, 1, 2, 3. We don't have to worry about our numbers. We don't have to say 30 times 70 because there's no, 30 times 7 because there's no multiplication fact that says 30. There's a multiplication fact that says 3 times 7 is equal to 21. So we do 20 and then 1. So my final answer is 210. Sorry, I was just looking. 210 looks over here. All right, we're going to keep going. LMGS, are you all right? What is our starting point? Our starting point is 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What do we do? What is 7 times 8? Thank you, Loretta. What is 7 times 8? Thank you, 56. Add the 5, add the 6. 5, 6. Easy, right? 56. 7 times 2. Thank you. 14. Add the 1, add the 4. What if you're the type of person that can't do 7 times 8 in your head? Okay. Thank you, Loretta. 574. If that's the case, then I suggest you start to do cumulative addition. Right? So you would have to get to the point where you need to know your multiplication table. So when we're looking at it, oh, it's over here. So I have an activity. Where's my activities? So this is the activity. You would have to go through the activities to start memorizing your stuff. So we do 7, right? So what is 7 plus 7? 7 plus 7, you need to know that is 14. 7 on the abacus. So what are we going to do? We got to do another 7 plus the 14. right? So we know that's, whoa, that's 14, right? What's the formula that we did here? It's plus the 10 minus the 3. So then we did 7 again. 7 again is what? Plus the 10. How do we add 7? Plus the 10 minus the 3. So we did it again. So that's 21. So plus the 10 minus 3. You have to keep doing that. I'm sorry for making things complicated. You would have to just know it. You would have to go through it. And if this would help you to see what it would be. But I don't do multiplication until you actually become really solid with your adding and subtracting. But that is neurodivergent math. That math isn't my thing. Yeah. No, you would have to know your multiplication table. You would have to slowly understand your multiplication table. And then you need to know how to be able to subtract and add. Because if you don't know this part, then it'll be very difficult for you to do division as well. You need to know how to do cumulative property. Cumulative addition. You need to know cumulative addition. You need to know it. The reason why is because you need to understand how to divide. Always enjoys flashcards as a kid. You could do flashcards. But yeah, you could do flashcards. Or you could just start going through and understanding how to do it on the abacus. So let's say 2 plus 2, right? 2 plus 2 and then 2 again, right? And then 2 again. So you could do like skip counting and so forth. But you would still need to memorize your multiplication table. This is actually helpful. Yeah, we are all learning how to use the abacus. Yeah. This makes and spread the kindness. Hey, Tanner. Plus, having amazing. Yes, thank you, Tanner. First should be 7 times 1. Oh, yeah, you're right. It should be 7 times 1. But that's a mistake. This is the beginning part. This is like prototyping. But the idea was, so then the other thing is, you know that if it's 28, right? You know if this is 28 and you do subtraction, you take away the 7 here, you need to know that this is, this is where you become more fluent. So if we have 28 and you take away 7, you need to know that you can take away 7 like that. I think the abacus would be, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Tanner. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. It's a very visual way, but again, you have to start with adding, subtracting. Once you understand how to add and subtract, then you could go into a cumulative addition. And then after cumulative addition, then you can go into multiplication and division. Hey, Van. When learning programming, yeah, basic math is needed. Yeah. I saw someone did mental math in their head, and I believe they used the abacus. Yeah, they did. I would believe they used the abacus in their brain. Yeah. Eventually, they use their hands. Yeah. Yeah. There's a way to do abacus with your hands. I don't know that method. But I only know through the Soroban, because that's how I learned it. But yeah, you can. All right. So, sheer artist. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, you still need to know your multiplication table, no matter what. But it will. But then when you go into division, understanding your multiplication table will help you. I know. I repeated myself, but I'm just thinking about it, like, because I'm doing the division. Because I'm doing workbooks for adding. I'm doing workbooks for multiplication and division for the abacus, and I'm going to break it down so it's more manageable chunks. This is just fascinating for me. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it would be good if you can carry on, and then you can understand how everything works. But it's just one of those things, like, it keeps your brain active. It's like brain gymnastics. And I was just mentioning that it's like working with Sudoku or jigsaw puzzles or any word searches, right? So I'm trying to bring abacus is into something like that. It keeps your brain active, and you do brain gymnastics is what I'm trying to say. Brain gymnastics. What TikTok need is all the kids in here. Yeah, I was about to say it feels like Sudoku. Yes, Yes, it is. It is very similar to Sudoku. Somebody mentioned that it's it's not as difficult as Sudoku because you know the rules and you know the formulas, but you still need to think. I have all of those. I guess that's why I end up here. Yeah. Yeah, and I do get some kids that are really interested as well, and they're very genuine about learning. And yeah, and it's been quite amazing, this journey of trying to relate it to mainstream math. And I think because the terminologies that are used in abacus world is not transferable to mainstream math, and that's what I'm trying to do. So we talk about isolating the variables, we talk about substitutions and so forth. And so all that stuff that I talk about, like making a 5, making a 10, that's all about trying to relate abacus to mainstream math. I learned it was difficult when I learned it. It was add and math. Sudoku is not really adding. Sudoku is more like process of elimination. Yeah. Yeah, Sudoku is more like process of elimination. Yeah. But yeah, again, for those of you that are interested, I do have workbooks and stuff. But yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to have more workbooks and to bring abacus. And I'm trying to abacify the world. Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, I see. You did one with adding and math. Those are so hard. That's really above my pay grade. So, and that's what it is. And this is my base. This is a preview of what my book will be. It'll be a bunch of mazes with multiplication. Yeah. All right. The regular stew is difficult. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can be difficult. Which country am I from? I'm from America. California. Los Angeles. Hey. I did not. By blood, where are you from? By blood, I think I'm a type A plus, but I'm not sure. You just said by blood. Where are you from? By blood. The uneducated said so. Hey, are you? Oh, let's go read a book. I'm an A plus. Oh, well done, Andrew. Andrew's an A plus because Andrew starts with an A. Well done. Well done. A. Well done. First time seeing you. I'm already in love. I love trolls. Especially when I can play with them, right? Anyways. But yeah. So for those of you that are interested, what we do is we're just talking about the abacus and how it just becomes a visual representation of numbers. And it's really amazing. Ignorant's going to be ignorant. It's really amazing. It amazes me that the fact that you can see the numbers, it just brings math to a different level of understanding. And it just amazes me. It amazes me. To this day, I mean, I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years now. It amazes me still to this day on how elegant and simple the abacus is. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate everybody that's here and having a conversation. Focus. I'm gonna dip like a chip. I'm gonna go. I would have been like a crip though. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Oodles and Noodles. Yes. I feel like once I practice a bit, It will click. Yes, you know what? And that's exactly right. Because what this is, it's unfamiliar. This is unfamiliar. It's not difficult, it's just unfamiliar. And when you become more familiar with how to read the abacus, understand the workings of adding and subtracting, then it'll become easier. I just got here. I'm sorry, Ricky. You're going to have to. I've been here for almost 3 hours now. I'm quite tired. And a troll will be able to take advantage of me if I can't keep on my toes. I do have a Chinese abacus, and I'm wondering, why are there 2 beads on the top row, and how does it work? Katie knows how to keep my attention. Katie, the bottom beads is a value of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we look, we have our value. We trade this in. We trade this in 5 to 5, right? So we trade this in, that's 5. So we have 5, we trade it in, that's 5. Got it? So then we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We trade this in to make this 10. We trade this in to make this 10. Works very similar with the Japanese abacus. The Japanese abacus looks almost the same, but not quite. It's a little bit more efficient. There's not a lot more trade. There's no trading ins. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So then we have 10, and it works the same. 10, 20, 20, 30, 30. Does that make sense? So the difference is what? There's a little more trading in. And apparently they don't do formulas. Soroban uses formulas. What are you sorry about, Van? I'm trying to understand. Oh. So which part? The Chinese or the Japanese? Which one are you trying to understand? The Chinese one or the Japanese one? The Japanese. Okay. So let's take it back. Sometimes it's easier to see it with just like this. So I have, anytime the beads is touching the reckoning bar, this is the line, that's 1. Like a value of a penny, right? We have 2, and that's 2. We have 3, this is 3. We have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense, Van? Okay. So, to get the 5, we have to make it 0. Move it. Add the 5. Add the 5. So now the top bead is touching the reckoning bar. Because the top bead is the only one touching the reckoning bar, that's being counted. This is 5. That's it. It's always going to be 5, no matter what. Then we have 6. That's 6. 7. 7. Look, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good. Easy, right? Yeah. And then we do 10. In your opinion, what abacus do you think is easier? Japanese abacus or the Chinese abacus? The Japanese abacus. Because Chinese abacus, you count a lot of, you just do a lot of counting up. So here, Van is 10. 1, 0. Did that make sense, Katie? So when we're looking, it's more efficient to do the Japanese abacus. What's 10? That's what 10 is. 2 5s, 55. That's what 55 is. Yeah, that's what 55 is. 10 is a 1 and a 0, just like how we write it. 20, 2, 0. 30, 3, 0. 40, 4, 0. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Hey, Jose! How's it going? Thank you. News Now 303. Is the top row a 1 position? The top row is not 1. The top row is 5. This will always be 5. $19. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you, Jose. Green would be 1 if it's against the bar. Correct. Correct. However, if we're going to take away, this would be 1. So it's the value of 1, not necessarily the number of 1. I'm trying to explain it to my daughter. How old's your daughter? I don't remember. I'm sorry, Van. Does that make sense, News? So you could say that green is 1, but when we take away, this is 1. So it's the values of 1. When we take away 2, we don't take away 2 from here. We take away 2 from here. 1, 2. And then take away 3. Right? Because if we had this, we take away 3. Take away 1, 2, 3. It's 13. Okay. So then she would be able to know how to read the abacus just like that. Because it just depends on the age of the children. So the decimal that is floating based on where you start in the abacus, or is it any rows? Oh, the decimal sits on the number after the ones place. So when we're looking, there's a label. This is my ones label. This ones label is just a label where my units is. Because I have my units right here, anything after the units will always be the decimal. That's how just regular decimal system works. So if I choose this one to be my ones place, then I have all of this to be my decimal. So it can be a really small number. 0.00001. We could do that. The columns are relative. It all depends on what you're trying to do. If I have a 13 column abacus like this, the label of the ones place is relative to the number that we're using. So if I wanted to have a bigger number, then I would use this as my ones place. Then I have my ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. Thank you, LMGS, for the purchase of the abacus. How are we doing? Does that make sense? These are all very good questions. Excuse me. Yeah, I do like using the money, but sometimes it's just difficult. Yeah, how are we doing? Thank you guys so much for liking the live. I'm at 35,000. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe there's still so many people here. How's it going, Jose? It's been a little bit. There's like so many people coming in. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. I do think I am going to sign off. Sign up. Sign off. End the live. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. Okay. So I've seen these, but never understood how they work. Hello, Canvas and Samantha. You've seen these? Okay. I should just sit here and just say the same thing. I'll definitely be back. Oh, great, Sheer. Yes, I hope so. But, okay, sorry. Samantha and Canvas. Good night, Katie. Thank you so much. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's 4. 5 is always the top beat. Then we have 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Not a problem, Sheer Artist. Thank you for joining. Thank you for commenting as well. And it makes a lot of sense, like the whole understanding with the multiplication stuff. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to provide an insight on how to use the abacus and the benefits for the abacus. This right here is 10. We have 1 and a 0. And that's it. Yeah. All right. I am going to head out. I'm quite tired. For those of you that just joined, thank you so much for joining. If you guys want to, go ahead and follow me. Thank you, Garrett, so much. I missed that one. Oof. Sorry. Especially for older learners. Yeah, and it's good that the older learners are open to different things. I do have a community of older learners as well, and it's been fascinating. I've seen the Abbeys with 2 Bs. Thank you. Cool. When do we go live? I usually go live twice a day. 1 in the morning. Excuse me. 1 in the morning and 1. I try to be here Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock. So that's like, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time? Tan. 2 beads. So the 2 bead one is a Chinese abacus. And it works very similar to the Japanese abacus. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But because we have 5 here, we could trade it in, and that would be 5. That is 5. That's 5. This is 5. And then we do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I have 10 here, this I have 5, I'm going to trade it into that. But because I have 10 here, I got to trade it into that. So now we have 10. On the Japanese abacus, I just do 10 like that. That's it. All right. So, yes, it is. Yeah, it's really late. It's crazy. Sometimes I get people that are staying with me till like 4 in the morning. So, but yeah, I'll see you in my next live. I'll try to be on earlier. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'll probably be on maybe about 11 11 Eastern Standard Time, I think. Thank you, Tan. Oh yeah, not a problem, Tan. Thank you for the question. But I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for everybody joining. Thank you, Garrett, for the hat and the mustache. Thank you so much. Oh, Vanilla, thank you so much for the purchase. What did you purchase? Did you want to see what the book looks like before I sign off? Number 12. Oh, I see. Do you want to see what the book looks like? Japan? You're doing great. Oh, thank you, Garrett. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. So the book is number 12. Okay, plus the 5, plus the 10. If I can find my book, I can show you. Okay. Okay. They're not going to have little tabby thingies because these are my notes, just so you know. Okay, here we go. So, I haven't heard the word abacus since 2014. I use them in middle school. You remind me of my friend's mom. She's a teacher. Oh, it's helpful. Thank you, Garrett. Okay. So, vanilla, just so you know, this would be like after how to make a 5 and how to make a 10. How to make a 5 and how to take away the 5. So the idea was that you understand how to make a 10. So I give you the concept of how to make a 10. We have 4 plus 6 is equal to 10, and then it goes all the way through. There's these stars to utilize. There's 10 stars, and the idea was that if I color in 4 stars, I'm going to color it in. I color in 4 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you're going to see that there's 6 stars left. All ears. Okay. So just so you know, this is the 4th book in the series. So the first book would be the mazes, right? Understanding how to read the maze. The second book is how to make a 5. The third book is how to subtract the 5. So what we have here, we have how to make a 5, how to minus the 5. That's what we would do. And then afterwards, we go into how to make a 10. How to make a 10, it goes into the beginning parts of understanding how to make a 10, right? And then I give you activities. So there's a little spinning activity, and then again there's instruction. The instruction is to show you how to move the beads. Adding the 5 is plus the 10 minus the 1. And then this is what this is. That's why, if you notice, my question is 9. So I have 9 on the abacus. To add another 9, I have to plus the 10, right? Plus the 10, take away the 1. And so my final answer is 18. So you see the answers here. And then it goes through practice, right? You use the asteroids to help you tell you to go to the other side. So here is the 3. So the question is 3 plus the 9. Plus 9 is what? You got to go to the 10, to the asteroid belt, and then take away the 1. So you use 9, and you have to take away the 1. That's what the asteroid belt's for, to help you see what the partner of 9 is. And then we just do it again. So we have 8, we have 7, right? 6. This is a spin the wheel. You take a paper clip, you spin it, nope. You spin it, and then you figure out the answer. So that's the activity, and then you put it here. So if it's an 8, it goes here in the evens, and then is there a book? Where's the 5 come from? Yes. I call it plus who. So it's plus the 5 with who. The who is the owl that I have as part of my mascot for the series. And then the next series is going to be mazes. So this is adding of the 5, and then we go into adding of the 4. You're going to see that there's both adding of the 5 and adding of the 10, because adding of the 4 has 2 ways to add. And it's the same thing with the 3. So we have some practice, and then we have the 3, and then more practice, and then adding of the 2, and so forth. After we finish their numbers of being comfortable with how to add, then we go into other forms of practice. So here is a puzzle. This puzzle, you answer the question, and then here is the answer piece. So you find the answers over here, and you use, you cut. And the idea was to get them to cut. And then we have the hidden words, and then we have the puzzles. I have answers in the back, and then I also have mazes. So do I purchase the books in order through 1 to 12? I would. Do I start with the first? I would suggest to start with either with the mazes. So the way I have it, I have a bundle. I have a bundle for everything. If it's first grade and higher, I have it where for right now, first grade and higher, yeah, I would start them off with 2-digit mazes and or 3-digit mazes. The bundle that I have is, hold please, I have to find it. This is the bundle. So this is the bundle. Okay, so this is the bundle for first grade, and the idea was, you get the mazes, you get both of them, 2-digit, 3-digit. You also get the abacus as well, and then you have the next set. So the whole set is plus the 5, minus the 5, and then minus the 10. And then minus the 10. This is the whole set. And then you get this laminated, you get the laminated one as well. And this is a laminated, what am I going to say? It's a laminated formula of all of the formulas for adding and subtracting. And so you can, practice how to isolate the variable. I give you instructions how to isolate the variable. And what we do is we say minus the 4, plus the 4 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. And then we keep going. So then I have it labeled as well. So this is adding of the 5 with the 2. And then we do the making of the 10. And it's the same thing. If you need to add, then you can go over here to subtract. Is photocopying allowed for family use? Photocopying is allowed if you're looking for photocopy. You know what? Instead of photocopy, you could go to either my website and you can get a digital copy, or you can go to Teachers Pay Teachers, if that's all right. 4th and 7th. I would recommend. Thank you, Tan. I would recommend the mazes, vanilla. I would recommend the mazes first, and then get them to understand the mazes, and then you can go into adding of the 5 and taking away the 5. Will this help me with matrices? I don't know what a matrix is. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to? So Van, do you want to reassess? The mazes is that package. Yes. So the whole package, this is the whole package. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. You get 7 books as part of the package with the abacus. Yeah, with the abacus. I think it'd be entertaining enough. Yeah, because the preschool one is too young for a 4th grader. But I think it'd be good to start them off with the digits. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Share Artist. It's been a lot of work. And the books, I try to make the books about 100 pages, and they all have answers in the back. I try to make the books at about 100 pages, and then my next step is to make videos to go with it. But to go with it, can we see the preschool one? Yeah. And so my idea was to get it to have videos to go with it. I have videos for some of the books, but that would be an additional cost. Oh, sorry, dog. So here is the preschool book, and this was my first book. So it starts off with understanding how to read the abacus, and then we go into what the numbers are and how it relates to abacus, and then I give you activities. So we do 0 to 4 here. After that, then I give you activities. After that, these are some of the activities to just solidify like the 1-to-1, and then yeah. From an abacus to selling books to people who want to learn, I've seen it all. Andrew knows. So, thank you, Share Artist. Yes. So then we have pixel art, which I kind of like, pixel art. And then I have counting and circle. And then we have Andrew knows. Andrew knows it's always been the case to try to sell the books. I just want to make sure that people understand what the books are trying to sell, what the books are trying to say. So the idea was to just inform you how to read the abacus and understand what the abacus is all about. And then the idea was to teach your children, right? And so either I have online classes, I have pre-recorded classes, and I have private tutoring as well. And it's all through Zoom. Yeah. Do one of the books teach? I'm sorry. Do you have a So, is this book 3? This is not book 3. This is the preschool book. Do you have a link of which one? A link for book 1 includes teaching. Yes. So the mazes provides that. Every book has a teaching involved. So in the mazes, I start off with, I call it big brain notes, and I show you how to read the abacus, and then we start going into the pictures of the abacus, and then this is again instructions on how to read the abacus, and then review what the tens is, and then and then there's the maze, and the maze is what you practice, and then there's the answers in the back. Thank you, Chrisid. Yeah. The opportunity, I'm sorry, I was just trying to catch up on the reading. What I did here was I noticed that the paper is a little thin, so you have the opportunity to download this printable and use it as a mask, and you can use this mask, you can print it on anything. I just happen to use it on a file folder, and then it becomes a little bit nicer because then you can't see the answer. Okay. So honestly, this is great. I've never would have thought about again without seeing your videos. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed. Like that's why I take the time to teach, to show you what an abacus is all about, so then you can understand how you can incorporate it to your school, to your class, to your student, to your child. And that's the goal. The goal was trying to just educate and to inform why abacus is the greatest thing next to sliced bread. Because I do believe that it's the greatest thing next to sliced bread. And I appreciate that, Samantha. I appreciate that. And I keep trying to just make sure that everybody understands what you're getting. So Vanillo, I don't know if you wanted to hold off on that purchase and purchase the mazes instead. So the mazes actually come, I have 2 mazes, one with the 3-digit and one with the 2-digit, and they both come with abacus. So that's what I have here. It's just the maze and an abacus. If you want to start small, I'm trying to make it also affordable as well as educational. Because I know it can get expensive after a while. But that's the idea. So then the other one was 3-digit. I believe the other one is the 3-digit maze, and it comes with the abacus as well. There's one that's, I called it a bundle abacus 3-digit maze. Yeah. So maybe that's a better starting point, Vanilla, than starting off with the tens. Just a thought. Wow, thank you, Sheer, for subscribing. Wow, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. I appreciate that. Yeah. But before you purchase, like I want you to understand what's there. You don't get bored doing the same thing every day? Polo, I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm still doing it. So no, I don't get bored because I truly believe that abacus is the greatest thing next to sliced bread. Yeah, I don't know, Vanilla, did you want to, not when you do what you love. Yeah, exactly. Did you want to cancel your order, Vanilla? Because I think doing the 10 is a little bit too much. I think you're jumping ahead if that's okay. If that makes sense. I'm not here to, you know what I mean? I don't want you to have a product and then it'd be too difficult. No problem. Subscribe and I hope to buy soon. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, please. I can. Yes, please. Can I do that at the beginning? Yeah, yeah. I think you can cancel it because I didn't process it. I think you can cancel that order. And so if you wanted to look, there is the Abacus, and then because yeah, yeah, I think you can cancel that order. Yeah. I would start with the mazes first, and then you'd go into the adding of the 5 and then adding of the 10. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll put in a little note. Let me put in a little note of the path. Maybe I should do that. Like what book comes next? Next book list. Yeah, I'll do that. Next book list. So, yeah. All right. So, thank you guys for being interested in my books. I hope it really works out for you. Um, yeah, thank you. Oh no, thank you, Vanilla. Yeah, yeah. I will not process your. I won't process yours, cause so you have time to cancel your order. You know what I mean? Have a wonderful. Oh, thank you. You too, Sheer. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining and commenting. I do appreciate the conversations of having math. Math is all about conversation, right? She explains everything well. When she saw it before leaving at first. Thank you, Spammer19. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. But yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you again. Oh, I see. Sorry. Let me. Okay. So yeah, number two. Number two. Yeah, number two. Okay, so number two would be this one. It would be the 2-digit, and then you're gonna get the abacus. You're gonna get the colorful one. Yeah. I know you're tired. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure that it was knowledged. What am I trying to say? It's a knowledged, an informed choice. So, yeah, right. She's about to go. But her came first, Samantha. Yeah, I want to make sure that the purchase was suitable, right? Just my interaction. But thank you, Vanello. I do appreciate it. I hope you get some sleep. I will. I usually do. It's still early for me, but I've been on for like 3.5 hours. So, uh, I am vulnerable to trolls because I can't form my words. Anyways, but yeah, so I'll get that ready for you, and then I'm hoping that the other one will not be too difficult to cancel. If you want to cancel, I'm assuming you're going to cancel that one, right, Vanello? But yeah, all right. For those of you, thank you so much for joining. Thank you again for all the gifts and subscribing. Thank you, Share Artist, for subscribing. I will see you guys all in my next live, and it will be tomorrow. It will be tomorrow. And we're going to do the same thing again. What are we going to do today, Pinky? Same thing we do every day. Try to bring Abacus to the Matrix. And that is what I do. I'm trying to bring Abacus to the Matrix. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Welcome to the real world.
I feel like everybody's mind has been opened a little bit different. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. And I'll see you guys all in my next live. Bye.